Good evening, everyone. Welcome to post-All-Star break baseball. Hope everybody's ears are refreshed. We've got 60 Barnstormers games left in the regular season. And if you talk to the Barnstormers, there will be more baseball than that. They are optimistic coming out of the break. They know it was quite a grind for this ball club going into the break, and it was a grind through which the Barnstormers did not fare terribly well. They have gone 11-16 out of their last 27 ball games, and largely that is because they haven't hit the ball terribly well. They've batted only .205 as a team since scoring 13 runs against the Somerset Patriots in the opener of a 3-game series at Clipper Magazine Stadium about a month ago. The Barnstormers scored 11 runs in the first game they played against Somerset at all this year, and we have a rematch of the pitchers from that game all the way back on the 11th of May. Here tonight, it will be Jonathan Albaladejo going for the Barnstormers. Albaladejo, one of 3 6-game winners on this Barnstormers ball club. He is 6-3 with a 3.71 ERA, and he will match up against left-hander Rick Teasley of the Patriots. Teasley is 3-4 with a 3.75 ERA. Everything went well for the Barnstormers. That was in the midst of that incredible surge that produced 12 consecutive Barnstormers victories. Lancaster would take over first place the next night and then, for the most part, hold on to it through the last week of the first half. And then at that point, it was Sugarland taking over and eventually winning the half by 3. The Somerset Patriots were the first half champions in the Liberty division, but the Patriots have had some turmoil in terms of their roster since we last saw them, and ultimately over the last week. Julio Borbon is on the inactive list. Their all-star center fielder is inactive pending a future transaction. Then catcher Adam Weisenberger and designated hitter Kyle Roller, he of Roy Hobbs fame at Clipper Magazine Stadium, both decided to break. So the Patriots have had to regroup. They've picked up some new players, most notably Matt Oreste, out of the New York Mets organization, and Ramon Flores. Oberste is a third baseman. Flores is an outfielder, and they have joined the Somerset Ball Club as they try to reload. For the Barnstormers, for now anyway, it is status quo. There haven't been any roster moves during the break or over the last few days period, except for the daily pitchers on and off the inactive list, and we don't even realistically go through those, but there may be some movement on the roster here in the next few days. Ross Peoples trying to figure out exactly what he's going to do, and tonight could play a role in that. The Barnstormers need to show liveliness out on the field tonight. Win or lose, the offense has to show a spark here tonight. It hadn't for a while. The Barnstormers had several games where their offense was just repressed. The running game seemed sluggish. The bat seemed sluggish. And Ross is looking for a rejuvenated, revitalized ball club here tonight. I think you're going to see it. And that's part of the conversation with Darian Sanford. I'll be back with the all-star center fielder, the Barnstormers speedster and leadoff hitter, joining me in just a moment right here on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
Local wines? Well, the best place to be in Lancaster then is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, all new for 2018 is the Broken Bat deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat will feature more than 20 local craft breweries and product from 2 local wineries. If something with a little more kick is your adult beverage of choice, a local distillery is part of the Broken Bat as well. Food will be sold off a pub-style menu, so get together, hang out with your friends, make some new ones, and enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
Hi everyone, Adam Gocknauer here for Gocknauer Appliances in East Petersburg. We are as excited as you that it's baseball season, and we are thrilled to once again be partnering with your Lancaster Barnstormers. We are also excited this season to introduce some awesome new appliance colors on display now. Come and see the new colors of slate, black stainless, and black slate. These colors will give your kitchen a great look, and of course, all of them are at the best prices around now at Gocknauer's. I'll be back after the break to tell you about our special Barnstormers summer promotions.
Welcome back to this edition of the Gockenauer Home Appliances Dugout Report. Joining me tonight is All-Star center fielder Darian Sanford. And Darian, got to ask you, how much fun was the trip to Long Island in the All-Star game?
Oh, it was amazing. Long Island did an awesome job, from the food to the drinks to having the fans and the playing surface. I really enjoyed it. And the weather was great, except for the 10 minutes of rain that we had. But I loved it. I enjoyed it.
How much of an honor was it for you to go to an All-Star game in the Atlantic League? It had to be a thrill.
It was awesome, and especially representing Lancaster the way that we did, having that many All-Stars, and for us to show up and as a group after some of the tough business season we had so far, and then we got together to ready to regroup. But it was amazing, and I'm very happy and proud for the opportunity that I was able to have.
Yeah, as is often the case in All-Star games, especially these days, it was a tight, low-scoring game. You were able to contribute to the inning in which the Freedom Division scored its 3 runs. Take us through that inning.
Well, my first at bat wasn't too great. So my second at bat, I had runners in scoring position. I knew that he was going to try to get ahead of me and try to get me to strike out. So I fought some good pitches off and was able to work a walk. And then when my teammates got hit behind me, and it freed up third base for me, and I was a second, and opened up a double steal, got the double steal in, and I was determined to score. I said, we need at least get one more run. I have to score while I'm on base. So when my teammates took a fastball from me right down the middle, so I stole third, and the next pitch, he grounded out to third baseman, and third baseman looked at me, and I knew he was going to throw the first. As soon as he let the ball go, I took home and just scored. So do my thing on the base. This is what I try to do.
I saw that video. It looked like vintage Darian Sanford. Great timing on that play to be able to score and not even have to slide.
Yeah. I was just running out, so like in the midst of not sliding, I was like, let me just put my foot on the base and score. So it was a lot. It wasn't as close as I thought it would be. So I was just happy that I was able to get that run across and not get too dirty.
Take us through the events of the All-Star game. You had a chance to tour New York City a little bit, from what I saw on social media.
Yeah, I toured New York City, and me and my family, we went to the beach in Long Island, which is a beautiful place. The weather was nice. My son came out, my family came out, so they was able to enjoy the beach because we don't have any water or beaches in St. Louis. So well, my son, he lives in Arizona with me, so he's not used to seeing water either. So we went to the beach, and it was just an awesome time. And Long Island is actually a big place. I didn't think it's as big as it was. It's an enormous place, a lot of stuff going on, and I really enjoyed it.
In a sense, the second half starts tonight. Yeah, we have 3 games in, but this is after the All-Star break. Everybody should be refreshed now. Different vibe today. That was a grueling stretch heading into the break.
It was grueling, but we need to be ready. Nobody should be tired, especially with 4 days off. And we're gonna go into these next few weeks and try to make a statement and try to get ahead and stay ahead and just play hard. That's our biggest thing. It's a long season for a reason, and we struggle. I feel like we got our struggles out the way. We know what we need to do better, and we're gonna improve, and we're gonna come out and play hard and for the rest of the season. It's no ifs, ands, buts about it.
As a leadoff hitter, I guess you have to keep the other team guessing. There are times you're up there for 8, 9, 10 pitches. Other times you go after the first pitch and try to drive it. What are you looking for out of the opposing starting pitcher to make that decision, whether you go after him right away or whether you try and stay up there and give Tyler, Blake, Rico, whoever's behind you to get to see some pitches?
I'm doing a better job. The first half, I put too much pressure on myself when we started losing and trying to do too much and coming out of my game. My job is to help the team win and see pitches, so that's what I'm going to start doing. Basically, the past few weeks, I was trying to do too much and just going there, trying to hit the first pitch, trying to make a statement for the team so we can come out of our little offensive rut. But I'm just going to go up there and start working the count and just doing a better job of just getting my butt on base and helping the team win. Because at the end of the day, if I'm on base and Rico get on base, we tend to win more games. So with us getting on base, that's our focus right now. Me and Rico plan on getting on base and let the big guys drive us in and get better pitches to hit.
you're a guy, you do wear your heart on your sleeve a little bit. You display emotion on the field, and I don't see anything wrong with that. But I think you were displaying some of the frustration that I think everybody else was feeling those last few weeks.
Yeah, I show it. A lot of guys hold it in. I show the frustration. Because I hate to lose. I hate to lose probably more than anybody outside some of the fans actually. But I hate to lose, and sometimes it shows. Sometimes I show with my passion, because I'm a very passionate player, because that's how I play the game. I come out every day, I work hard, and I like success. I like for my team to be successful when they're struggling. It was kind of tough on me seeing guys having struggles like that, because I wasn't used to seeing that. When Blake started struggling a little, as a team, we had to do a better job and motivate each other. And second half, that's what we're going to do, and that's what I'm motivated to do. Keeping the team upbeat and keeping the energy in the clubhouse. And with energy, I feel we have more good vibes, and we be playing the way the Barnstormers have been playing since the start of the season.
Yeah, talk about the position players during the All-Star game, but the three guys we had pitching out there all had really good innings. That was great to see too.
Oh yeah, I'm used to that. I'm used to Shu coming in, shutting the door. Gigi, Nate. Those are our workhorses, especially Nate as a starter. He always goes out and gives us quality innings, and always he's always motivated and expects to win. So whenever he pitches, we expect to win, because that's how he's a starting pitcher. He expects the same. So I was glad to see my guys out there, especially Gigi. Garrett is his first All-Star game. He came and had a long road himself, and everybody can see his talent now with the way he pitches, because he has some good stuff as a pitcher, and everybody tells me and compliments him on it. And I've seen him from years ago. So now the world is seeing the stuff that he has, and I'm proud of him, and I'm glad he got the opportunity that I had also.
Darian, thanks for taking time out. Good luck as we get baseball kicked off again here tonight, and a big 3-game series against the first half champions in the Liberty division. So this is pretty good test for this ball club and where it is right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. So these next 3 games, hopefully we can go day by day. That's the motto for right now, game by game, inning by inning. And come out here and but play hard and let our hard work take care of itself and get a W.
Darian, thanks for taking time out tonight. Good luck in this one. Darian Sanford joining me on the Gockenauer Home Appliances Dugout Report. Starting lineups coming your way next, right here on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
Adam Gockenauer back with you again to tell you that we are back this season with Weber Gas Grills. We have the best selection and prices in the area on Weber, and if you mention this ad, you will receive 10% off all in-stock Weber accessories. Don't forget, we also fill your propane tanks here at the store. Don't waste money on exchanges when you can have us fill your tank and save you money. We are your appliance and gas grill headquarters. Come see us today on Main Street in East Petersburg or on the web at Gockenauers.com.
I'm a chef. Pleasing my patrons' palates is paradise. But lately, when I hear a cheer from the dining room, it's Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Sure, it could be my veggie lasagna, but chances are it's customers picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and you can enjoy it as an appetizer or a main course. Hey, everything tastes better with winning. Keno, it's here. Played at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Here are our starting lineups for this evening's ball game. First for the visiting Barnstormers, pretty much what you're used to. Darian Sanford leading off. He is in center field. The second baseman, batting number 2, is Rico Noel. Blake Galen will start in right field. He will bat third. The cleanup hitter is the catcher, Ryan Castile. Trayvon Robinson is in left field, batting 5th. The first baseman in the number 6 slot is Casey Hobson. Grant Desmay will serve as the DH tonight. He will bat 7th. Vladimir Frias is the shortstop, batting 8th, and Tyler Bortnick will get the start at third base. He is in the number 9 slot. On the hill is right-hander Jonathan Albaladejo, coming off a complete game victory over the Road Warriors in the second game of a doubleheader, but that was 10 days ago. He is 6-3 on the year, leads the league with 3 complete games, all in 7-inning contests, and for Albaladejo, an earned run average of 3.71. For the Patriots tonight, Craig Massey will be leading off, and he will play second base. Ramon Flores, one of the newcomers, is batting second. He is in left field. Alfredo Rodriguez, the MVP of the Atlantic League All-Star Game, played 2 nights ago at Long Island, is the shortstop. He is batting third. Matt Oberste is the cleanup batter and the third baseman. Danny Doran will bat fifth and play first base. Jovan Gonzalez, the catcher, is hitting sixth. The DH in the number 7 slot, guy who hurt the Barnstormers pretty badly a couple of times earlier in the season, it's Endy Chavez. Mike Francoso is the center fielder. He is batting 8th. Justin Trapp will make the start in right field. He will be in the number 9 slot. On the hill is left-hander Rick Teasley, who got off to a sluggish start this year. He's turned his season around. Teasley coming in with a record of 3-4 and a 3.75 ERA. We'll see how the Barnstormers fare here tonight against a Somerset Patriots team that has a 2.7 ERA in its own ballpark, TD Bank Park, here this season. The Barnstormers and the Patriots, first game coming out of the chute after the All-Star break. And it's coming your way next right here on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
Spectacular.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Find stories that will inspire and surprise. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. See all that the Hall of Fame and Museum has to offer and plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Welcome back from TD Bank Park here in Bridgewater, New Jersey, home of the Somerset Patriots. This ballpark in its 20th season. It was not built for the first year. The Somerset Patriots were a travel team, but ever since then, this has been one of the great ballparks. I don't care if you're talking Atlantic League Baseball, anywhere in minor league baseball. TD Bank Park has been run very well, and it looks like it just opened. The Barnstormers taking on the Patriots here this evening, the first of 3. Another 7:05 start tomorrow night. 5:05 is our start here on Sunday. The Barnstormers are off Monday, and then we've got a 4-game series against the arch rival York Revolution coming up next week with a doubleheader Tuesday night, single game on Wednesday, and then a camp day game on Thursday. The Barnstormers will head to Southern Maryland next weekend. The next weekend at home for the Barnstormers, the final weekend in July with a return visit by the New Britain Bees. Long Island will be in to start that homestand. So a lot of baseball coming up at Clipper Magazine Stadium, and you can make sure that you are a part of all the excitement at our ballpark. Right now, here at TD Bank Park, the youngsters are heading out on the field, and momentarily we are going to send you down for our opening ceremonies here this evening. And here they are.
Behind the mound this evening, please welcome tonight's color guard. They are Cub Scout Pack 46. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we do suggest everyone please rise. This evening we'll have a rendition of God Bless America, followed by our national anthem on the first base side of the ballpark with tonight's rendition of God Bless America. Please welcome Susan Timko.
God bless America, land that I love. lead her through the night with light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we at this time do ask everyone to please rise. And a reminder for everyone to please remember to remove your caps to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, Brightest Star Musical Theater Camp.
Oh, say, can you see like a dawn's early light? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the red hearts we won were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right flare of the bursting cannon came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
God bless America and our national anthem this evening here at TD Bank Park. It is a beautiful night for baseball. Temperatures today in the 80s here, no threat of rain, and the wind blowing in the summertime direction from right across the left at TD Bank Park. 315 down the right field line, 402 to straightaway center field, and the left field dimension in this ballpark is 317 feet. On the hill tonight for the Patriots is left-hander Rick Teasley, and one thing certainly to notice about Teasley is that he no longer sports the longer hair that he has shown earlier. He is 27 years of age from Port St. Lucie, Florida, 6 feet 2 inches tall, 210 pounds. For the season, he's making his 11th start and his 12th appearance overall. He has thrown one complete game, 57 2/3 innings. He has allowed 63 hits, 24 earned runs. The left-hander has walked 19. He has struck out 50, a 3-4 record, and a 3.75 earned run average. The Barnstormers have seen him twice and gotten to him for 13 hits, 7 runs in 8 2/3 innings. Backing up Teasley on defense, Matt Oberstein, the newcomer at third base. Alfredo Rodriguez, the MVP of the All-Star game, is at short. Craig Massey is at second base. Danny Dorn over at first. The outfield with Ramon Flores in left. Mike Francoso in center field. Justin Trapp is out and right. Yovan Gonzalez doing the catching here. And Teasley on the mound. Our umpiring crew, Steve Leonardo, is calling balls and strikes tonight. Silvio Martinez has the chores at first base. And Frank Urilli is the umpire along the third base lines. Ross Peoples is headed out to coach third base at the outset of tonight's ball game. And as Darian Sanford prepares to lead off from the right side of the plate against Teasley, we need to await the arrival of a first base coach, and it will be Josh Bell. Josh was a little bit delayed on his return to the ball club out of the All-Star break. But he is here and takes his spot out at first base as we get underway post All-Star break baseball. tonight at TD Bank Park. Darian Sanford leading off. He is down to 263. No home runs, 21 runs batted in. League leader with 39 stolen bases. The corners pinch in. Here's the motion. Teasley's first delivery is right there for a called strike. It is 0-1. Sanford, like most on this ball club, struggled over the last few weeks. Next delivery is line foul down the right field side and up into the seats. 0-2. The count to Darian. Can't say too many guys were hot going into the break. Sanford only 2 hits in his last 16 at-bats. Here's the 0-2 pitch, fouled back into the screen. Keeps his turn at the plate alive. We continue at no balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff batter stepping in. 0-2. Teasley into the motion. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball lifted in the air out toward right center field. Coasting over Francoso, the center fielder making the catch. Sanford's retired. That's out number 1. Rico Noel, the second baseman, checking in. Noel, 311 for the year with 17 runs batted in. And he took the All-Star game off. He felt that he needed the time to rest up a little bit. So Noel, fresh and ready to go. He was 2 for 2 with a double and 2 runs scored, along with 3 stolen bases in the game against New Britain last Saturday night, the last game he played. The first offering to Rico fouled off to the right, out of play. 0-1 to the Barnstormers' second baseman. Blake Galen, the right fielder, waits on deck. Noel spent a lot of the first half leading the league in batting. He tailed off recently. Teasley back to the plate, and for the first time, the left-hander misses. Ball 1 is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. The corners again tight against Noel, swing and a miss here. And Teasley has Rico at 1-2. Blake Galen scheduled to follow. It can be tough to hit here early. And again, Somerset with a staff ERA of nearly or just over 2.7 in its own ballpark. Off the outside corner, ball 2. Now 2-2. Jovan Gonzalez trying to convince the plate umpire, Steve Leonardo, that the pitch was there, but not the case. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rico with a lot of room up the middle in between Rodriguez and Massey. The motion, a quick pitch, 2-2, and Noel stays with it, driving it down the right field line and gliding over that way. Justin Trapp, who got a terrific start, playing Noel to the opposite field. He caught the ball in foul territory, and it didn't have a lot of arc to it. 2 outs in the inning, and Blake Galen will step to the plate. Galen at 291 with 14 home runs, 52 runs batted in. Blake 0 for 2 with a pair of walks in the All-Star game, but even he had cooled off some. Just 4 out of his last 29. 2 of those were home runs going into the break. League leader with 14 home runs, 52 runs driven in is Galen. Here's the motion. Teasley to the plate, and Galen looks at a strike on the inside corner. It is 0-1. Blake is given a ton of room down the left field line. Ramon Flores is playing in left center against Galen. Here's the pitch, and that angles to the outside corner. Galen trails 0-2 as Teasley has used both edges of the plate to work ahead in the count against the Barnstormers right fielder. 2 outs, nobody on board. Here's the motion. Teasley back with a breaking ball, and that's low. Galen able to hold the swing in check. Ball 1, 2 strikes. The Shadows have reached the infield grass, the edge of the infield grass, approaching the outfield here. And to Galen, 1-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Galen took all 3 strikes on the at-bat, all on the edges, and does not appear to be a happy camper right now as he just lays his equipment down on home plate and glares at the back of the home plate umpire, Steve Leonardo. Nothing across, and the Barnstormers have the first inning. And we'll see Jonathan El Baladejo working to Somerset in just a moment. Barnstormers nothing, and the Patriots coming up.
Lucky Road 10.
you're totally probably safe to ride on your spare for what, 6, maybe 9 months?
Don't trust the wrong advice. Get the right tires at the right price right away. It's what we've been doing at Jack Williams Tire right here in Pennsylvania since our family started this business back in 1929. Because doing things the right way is just the Williams way. Get the right tires right now at jackwilliams.com.
Lancaster Bible College has been around since 1933, but did you know that they offer degrees in much more than just Bible? LBC offers degrees in criminal justice, business, professional counseling, and more, as well as graduate and seminary degrees in areas like Christian care, chaplaincy, education, and leadership studies. To learn more about LBC and the programs they offer, visit lbc.edu. That's lbc.edu.
Friday. So go get some loaded fries.
Right-hander Jonathan Albaladejo with the start tonight for the Lancaster Barnstormers. Jonathan not selected for the All-Star game this year, but he was when it was played in Lancaster back in 2016. Albaladejo has had a tremendous career in the Atlantic League over the past couple of years. He's 28-15 overall in this league. This season, 6-3. His ERA stands at 3.71. He's covered 63 innings and given up 74 hits, but only 12 walks, and he has struck out 43. Tyler Bortnick playing third for the Barnstormers tonight. The shortstop, Vladimir Frias, Rico Noel at second, Casey Hobson at first, Robinson, Sanford, Galen, the outfield from left to right. Albaladejo's first pitch reaches the inside corner. Strike called on the left-handed batting Craig Massey, who checks into tonight, batting .351. With a home run, he has driven in 20. The offering low. Albaladejo works at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ryan Castile doing the catching for the Barnstormers here tonight. Albaladejo comes back and locates the zone, getting ahead at 1-2. Ramon Flores on deck, and then Alfredo Rodriguez. What a night he had on Wednesday. I'm going to try and get Alfredo on the dugout report tomorrow. Breaking ball into the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Albaladejo making his 12th start for the Barnstormers. Beat Somerset here on May 11th. 11-1 was the final score. Nothing across for the Barnstormers in the top of the inning. 2-2 pitch, late swing, fouls it off to the left side. Still 2-2 on Craig Massey, who had a very hot finish to the first half. His average quite on the rise. Bouncing ball here, right side, and it's off the glove of the lunging Casey Hobson and out into right field. Massey aboard, leading off. We'll see how this is ruled. It hit in 13 out of 15 games and reached base safely in 17 out of his last 19. It'll be a base hit for Massey, just a bounder on the right side. The ball stayed lower than Casey thought it was going to. Hobson extended, got a glove on it, only managing to slow it down as it coursed into right field. Ramon Flores will step in. Batting from the left side of the plate is Flores. He is 4 for 13 at the outset of his career here in the Atlantic League. Ramon Flores, a left-handed batter all the way, and just 26 years of age. But with major league experience, lives in Pembroke Pines, Florida. The infield will set up double play depth. We'll see if they ever have a chance. Massey holds. The first pitch, a strike from Albaladejo. It's 0-1. Massey has 10 stolen bases. He's been caught 3 times. Remember, Somerset as a team second in the Atlantic League behind the Barnstormers. And the only team that has stolen more bases than the combination of Darian Sanford and Rico Noel. 0-1, and Albaladejo will back away. Just briefly. Massey with the lead off first. A chopping single off the glove of first baseman Casey Hobson. Here's the motion. Albaladejo to the plate. It is lifted foul back and out of play. And Jonathan works ahead of Ramon Flores at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Barnstormers looking for a double play ground ball. Its defense has become rather adept at turning to. Baladejo rests at the belt, glances over his shoulder at Massey. The runner goes. The pitch is called strike 3, and the throw from Castile not in time, a little bit off the mark, and Vladimir Frias couldn't reach around with the tag. Massey gets the stolen base. Flores strikes out for the first out. Rodriguez, the shortstop, will come to the plate. Rodriguez, a guy who last year was a wizard with the glove for the Patriots, but he really struggled to get going at the plate. Not the case this year. The nod to the All-Star game, well-deserved. 297 is average with a home run, 23 runs batted in. And he had himself quite a game on Wednesday. Breaking ball for a strike from Albaladejo. It's 0-1. Rodriguez was 3 for 3 with a walk. Drove in the walk-off run in the bottom of the 9th inning. His second RBI of the night. The only thing that went wrong is that he was thrown out stealing by Ryan Castile in the 8th inning with Scott Schumann on the mound. 1 out, runner in scoring position for the Patriots, playing little ball with the bouncing single and the stolen base, breaking ball, a second strike on Rodriguez. It's 0-2. Matt Oberste, the third baseman, waits on deck. We'll get our first look at him. He's a right-handed batter. Was playing at AAA Las Vegas when the New York Mets parted ways with him recently. 0-2. A look back at Massey, another one. And the pitch, fastball, runs inside, knocking Rodriguez back off the plate. Ball 1, 2 strikes. Rodriguez has reached base safely in 19 straight games, not including the All-Star game, and hit .324 during that stretch. As Patriots Ball Club does not have a lot of power, it needs to build runs, but it always seems like Somerset has an outstanding fundamental offense. And they've got a great pitching staff and a winning combination. They play a lot of lower scoring games. Here's the motion. Albaladejo to the plate, and that is strike 3 called on Rodriguez. Second strikeout for Albaladejo tonight, and with 2 gone, Matt Oberste steps in. Oberste is 1 for 8 since coming here out of the Mets organization, where he spent about 6 years. 2 outs, Massey in scoring position, and from what we've seen so far tonight, the hitters have to be going up there with swinging in mind. The strike zone has seemed somewhat liberal. Here's the Albaladejo pitch, and that's a strike to the outside corner on Oberste. It is 0-1, and you give Teasley and Albaladejo a lot of wiggle room like this, they're going to take advantage of it. No balls and a strike on Oberste from southeastern New York State. He's not terribly far from home here. Breaking ball, missing inside 1-1. Vestal, New York, south central New York State. Vestal, if I remember correctly, is suburban Binghamton. 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside ball 2. And he would have played in Binghamton in AA with the Mets. Probably the most famous minor league team there is this year because of, one guy who had a double in the All-Star game, in case you did not see that. The Eastern League All-Star game. Breaking ball misses. Barnstormers ask for help. They get turned down by Silvio Martinez at first. It is 3-1. Originally, Oberste is from Fort Smith, Arkansas. 3 balls and a strike to the cleanup hitter. Left-handed batting Danny Dorn waits on deck. The runner at second base, Craig Massey, with 2 outs. Albaladejo ready to go. 3-1 pitch is hit in the air out toward left center field. Gliding over is Darian Sanford there to make the catch. Albaladejo able to make the right pitch at 3-1, get the out, get out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base at the end of 1 here at TD Bank Park. There is no score.
Localflavor.com, local flavor, localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Ryan Castile will lead off here in the second. Trayvon Robinson and Casey Hobson following against left-hander Rick Teasley, who retired the side in order in the top of the first. Castile leading off. 294 hitter with 7 to him is taken for a strike. It is 0-1. Albaladejo missed with a few. Teasley hardly any. In that opening inning, is smashed right to third, juggled for a moment by Oberste, but he recovers and guns down Castile 5-3. Ball came up off the glove, but Oberste able to recover it in a hurry. 1 man down, Trayvon Robinson to the plate. Robinson will bat right-handed. Overall, Trayvon starts the night at 284 with 3 home runs on the year and 25 driven in. 4-game hitting streak for Robinson. 6 out of 15 in that span with a triple and a home run, 4 runs batted in, and a couple of stolen bases. He played well heading into the break. Here's the pitch, and Robinson takes a strike on the outside corner. Teasley just isn't missing. 1 out, nobody on. 4 in a row set down by the left-handed starter. Here's the kick to Robinson. That is inside, spinning Trayvon around. It is 1-1. A lot of the Barnstormers headed home for the break. Trayvon had a chance to spend a few days out in L.A. He resides there once again, swinging a foul ball back. 1-2 the count.
Casey Beard and Colin Beard, please go to customer
There
service.
weren't many
Bakerman, Ben Wright.
that stuck around Lancaster. Of course, nearly a third of the team was in the All-Star game. And then a lot just did head home. From what I understand, Anderson De La Rosa was around Lancaster, which is home for him now. 1-2. Ball 2 is outside, and a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
Please go to customer service. Heather and Mike Savage to customer service.
I'd imagine that some of the foreign guys were in Lancaster. 2-2 pitch, fastball up and in, and Trayvon gets clipped by it. Robinson hit by a pitch, and that is the Barnstormers' first base runner of the night. Casey Hobson, the lefty batting first baseman, will step in. Casey hitting 152 with 3 home runs. He homered in each of the last 2 games going into the break, and he's now knocked in 11. Robinson on board. We'll see if the Barnstormers try to get the running game going. It hasn't been as consistently good lately, but coming out of the break with fresh legs, they may want to get it started again. Here's a pitch to Hobson. That's recorded as a strike, 0-1. Trayvon Robinson, 10 stolen bases on the year. The Barnstormers have not only Sanford and Noel in the lineup with double figures, but Galen, Robinson, and Bortnick as well. Frias is close. Here's the pitch to KC, over but low. Ball one, strike one. Barnstormers with the one-out base runner here in the second inning. No score to this point in the game. Somerset had a runner as far as second base in the opening inning. Hobson played to pull. He's got the entire left field line to himself here. Teasley with a lob throw over to first. Nothing serious with that one. Robinson back in just with a long stride and then a short one. Not really threatened at all. Shortstop Rodriguez playing up the middle here. Massey is in the hole to Hobson. Ball two is low. Teasley starting to miss. 2 balls and a strike. First time all night that left-hander Rick Teasley has had to work out of the stretch. Teasley was having a very good year in Somerset last year and was picked up to go pitch in Taiwan. Here comes the 2-1. Hobson swinging a foul ball straight back. The count leveling at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grant Desmay is the on-deck hitter for the Barnstormers.
That drawing will take place later tonight, so get in on tonight.
Scoreless ball game here in the top of the second inning. Opener of a 3-game weekend series, and the weather is supposed to be absolutely perfect for the entire 3 days. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Throw to first base, and again, just a long stride back in for Trayvon Robinson. Teasley was 7-2 here a year ago. A look toward first, and Trayvon this time has to hit the deck. And if that had been a throw with more behind it and at the bag, Trayvon might have been in trouble because his dive didn't quite get him there. He had to crawl to the bag, so to speak, sort of an extra push and a reach. Here's a 2-2 on Hobson. Breaking ball hit on the right side toward the hole. Gathering it in, the second baseman, Massey. He'll toss to first. Robinson advances into scoring position, and it's up to Grant Desmay to bring him home. Grant hitting .250 with a home run, 5 runs batted in. And heading into the break, he, in 2 straight games, thundered an incredibly long double, as long of a 2-base hit as you can have in the Atlantic League, to that deep angle in left center field at Clipper Magazine Stadium. He's got Robinson at second here, 2 outs. Desmay has struggled against lefties, trying to just pick up the first run of the game here. Teasley to the plate, and Desmay takes a ball inside. It is 1-0. Grant just 2 out of 22 against left-handed pitching. Hit .310 against right-handers. Robinson leading off second base. Teasley looks back, now to the plate. Desmay fooled in an off-speed pitch. He swings and misses, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Somerset's seen Grant a lot. He's 5 out of 24 in the season series. That's 30% of his at-bats here in the Atlantic League have come against the Patriots. Robinson leading off second. Teasley gives him another look. To Desmay, 1-1 pitch, bouncing ball wide of third, handled by Ross Peoples at the coaching box. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Barnstormers without a base hit. Rico Noel hit a loud foul ball that was caught down the right field line. Castile's leadoff ground out was stroked pretty well. Now looking for some kind of an RBI base hit and set a tone for this ball game. To Desmay, 1-2. Hangs up outside. Ball 2 and 2 strikes. The switch hitting shortstop Vladimir Frias waiting on deck. It has been a somewhat lengthy top of the second inning with a lot of throws to first base on Robinson and 16 pitches. This is number 17. 2-2 to Desmay. Swing and a foul tip, and Gonzalez just couldn't quite handle it.
Located behind section 217, where you can win surprises tonight.
Plate umpire Steve Leonardo took some of that. Trainer Phil Lee of the Patriots heads out to check on him. He got it off the right forearm.
That's the Family Fun Zone from NJIT, New Jersey Science.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Desmay, with a potential first run of the game in scoring position.
Fans, be sure to join us this Sunday. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, will be here. That's right, the WWE Hall of Famer.
Last time we were here, Frank Iorilli, who is the third base umpire tonight, got a foul ball that jumped up and hit him in the throat and had to be removed from the game. Leonardo should be okay, but he's going to have a nice big bruise on that forearm, I would have to think. He's ready to go. His umpiring partners back to their stations, and Grant Desmay returns to the batter's box at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I hope you had a chance to see Jason Bristol's piece that he did on Grant. I know a number of other articles have been written. Jason, as always, did a great job. Shown on KHOU down in Houston. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Robinson leading off second, the pitch low, and a full count to Desmay. 3-2. And you say, well, how are you going to see it? It was aired in Houston. Well, there is this thing called the internet. We did share it on the Barnstormers Facebook page. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. First base open. Teasley ready to go. And the payoff to Desmay is blasted toward left center field, but it's going to hang out there. Mike Francoso glides over and makes the catch deep into the alley, and that will end it. And 1 runner left on base. Desmay hitting the ball well, but it goes nowhere. We'll go to the bottom half of the second inning. We are scoreless here at Somerset.
So Juliet, we're going to turn to our left and we're going to watch.
We can't help but always want more, especially on the road. More horsepower, heightened handling, elevated design. Get more out of your drive with the Lexus IS. Bold styling, track-tuned handling, available 311 horsepower. Experience the exhilaration of the IS 350 and IS 300. Available in F-Sport and all-wheel drive. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
Enjoy weekends with the Barnstormers all season long. Every Friday evening home game will feature a different giveaway ranging from t-shirts to beach towels to backpacks. On Saturdays, enjoy the best entertainment doubleheader there is with Barnstormers baseball followed by fireworks. Sundays are fun days at the ballpark. Get autographs from some of your favorite Barnstormers players and play catch on the field before the game. Once the game is over, it's a Domino's Pizza Kids Base Run. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. And we'll see you at the ballpark. Into the bottom of the second we go, and Danny Dorn leading off for Somerset. Dorn at 255 with 1 home run and 22 runs batted in. The boppers on this Somerset team were the ones who left, specifically Kyle Roller. Nobody in this lineup has hit more than 3 home runs this year. The pitch to Dorn from Albaladejo is outside, a ball, 1-0. No score. We're playing the bottom of the second inning here at TD Bank Park. Beautiful night for baseball. Albaladejo deals. That is cut on, fouled back, ringing off of Castile. 1 ball and 1 strike. Crowd is filled in somewhat. It's not packed here tonight, but a decent turnout. They have fireworks following the game. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count on Dorn. Jovan Gonzalez on deck, and then Andy Chavez. Chavez with 2 home runs this season, both at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Ground ball along the first base line, fair, handled by Hobson. He'll take it to the bag. Dorns retired 3 unassisted. That'll bring on the catcher, Jovan Gonzalez. 248 hitter for the year is Gonzalez with 11 runs batted in. And with the retirement of Adam Weissenberger, the catching chores belong to him for the bulk of the games. Their bullpen catcher, Alfonso Reyda, who we saw at Clipper Magazine Stadium for a game a while back, is reactivated. One out, nobody on base. That would just take its toll after a while. We saw it happen to Ramon Cabrera, 24 games in, catching every day. Albaladejo reaches the plate. Strike one called on Gonzalez. Patriots in white tonight. The Barnstormers are in the red jerseys. Bouncer left side, dug up by Bortnick on a second short hop. He fires across, 2 up and 2 down in the lower half of the second inning. And Chavez, the designated hitter, stepping in. Chavez, as I mentioned, with the 2 home runs, both in Lancaster. One of those was a grand slam. And he has driven in 18 on the season, 236 average for the 40-year-old Major League veteran. Chavez, not a big guy. He's only 5'11". There is some gray showing in the whiskers. Breaking ball, a strike to the inside corner. It's 0-1. So far, 6 out of 7 retired by Teasley. Albaladejo has gotten 5 out of 6. To Chavez, it is low. A 1 ball and 1 strike count. Andy Chavez has enjoyed a baseball career for a very long time. Swing and a miss. Albaladejo had him badly fooled with the pitch, and it is 1-2. Played in Major League Baseball from 2001 through 2014. Fouled away here, and it's still 1 ball and 2 strikes. With Kansas City, Montreal, and Washington, Philadelphia, the Mets, the Mariners, the Rangers, the Orioles, and then back to Seattle. 1,151 Major League games. Swinging a foul again as he's being a pest to Albaladejo. He's barely deflected the last 2 fouls. Chavez stays in with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. 30 big league home runs. One and 2. Breaking ball. This one nubbed up the first base line. Albaladejo after it. Short throw to Hobson. A 1-2-3 inning for Jonathan. All on fairly weak ground balls. Nothing across for the Somerset Patriots. We complete 2 here at TD Bank Park. There is still no score.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, you know, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is live. See, while I get from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu. Except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Enjoy a weeknight with the Barnstormers and leave with your wallet largely intact. Come on out on Munchie Mondays for all you can eat nachos, dogs, fries, popcorn, and soda for 2 hours. Or how about Koozie Tuesdays, where fans of legal age can enjoy $2 domestic drafts from 6:30 to 8. Bring your dog on Wiener Wednesdays and enjoy delicious dollar dogs as well. Or on Thrifty Thursday, popcorn is just $1, sodas are $2, and lawn seats are only $3. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. And we'll see you at the ballpark.
Patty Isabella, the Patriots get.
Not much has developed in the game so far through the first 2 innings. We are scoreless. Vladimir Frias will lead off the Barnstormers half of the third in from the right side of the plate against Rick Teasley, Tyler Bortnick, and Darian Sanford will follow. Frias hitting .327 with 4 home runs, 19 batted in. He takes a pitch high. Ball 1, no strikes from Teasley. Vladimir got into only 1 ball game from the 23rd of June until now. He played against New Britain last Saturday night after sitting out for 2 weeks. Ball 2 missing, and it's 2-0. He had Lancaster's only hit in the All-Star game. He had a single that was actually lined over the head of the right fielder of the Liberty division. Bouncer here on the left side. It's handled by Oberste, who will fling it across the diamond. Frias retired 5-3, going after the 2-0 pitch and chopping it into the dirt on the left side. 1 down, Tyler Bortnick stepping in. Bortnick 190 with 4 home runs and 28 driven in. Tyler had that big surge through the early stages of the series at Sugarland, but he's only 3 for 30 since then. It's just been a team-wide epidemic. And again, not a lot of strikeouts. What we're seeing tonight is what we've been seeing. A ball inside to Bortnick gets 1-0, but the ball is just not showing any signs of life coming off the bat. Bortnick tricked here, a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike to count, but the same could be said for the Patriots tonight. There have been 3 putouts for the Somerset outfielders, only 1 for Lancaster's trio. Here's a 1-1. Bortnick with a swing and a foul at the plate. Make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 strikeout for Teasley. El Baladejo has 2. No score, top half of the 3rd inning. Each side has gotten 1 man to scoring position so far. Infield base hit and a stolen base for Somerset. A hit batter and a ground out for the Barnstormers. Bortnick digging back in at 1-2. Here's the pitch, and that is fouled straight back. Bortnick will stick around at 1-2. Darian Sanford in the on-deck area. Shadows begin to creep up the outfield signs here at TD Bank Park. And a Bortnick 1-2. He swings and misses. Down on strikes is Bortnick, the second for Teasley. And with 2 gone, Darian Sanford will check in. Sanford fly to center, leading off the ball game.
You can head up to the Heineken Premium Light Table for your consolation prize.
For a little while, Teasley lost the radar on the strike zone. He hit Trayvon Robinson with a pitch. He went to a full count on Des May. We don't see any signs of it, though, this inning. He does miss outside with a ball to Sanford, 1-0. Certainly not the Bortnick. He was 2-0 on Frias leading off the inning. Corners have to play in against Sanford. The pitch, cut on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. The motion, next delivery, off the plate to the outside. Sanford gaining a 2 ball and 1 strike advantage. Rico Noel waiting on deck. Sanford is accustomed, played shallow and to the opposite field around the outfield. Called second strike. The pitch reaching the outside corner, now 2-2. Wind blowing right to left. Nobody has gotten the ball up in that yet. Strike 3 called on Sanford. Teasley fans 2 in a row, nothing across, and the Barnstormers half of the 3rd. At the end of 2.5, it's still Lancaster nothing and Somerset nothing.
All right, fans, take a look down.
Learn from the pros right here in Lancaster. The Lancaster Barnstormers are offering 2 3-day-long youth clinics this summer with instruction on pitching, hitting, fielding, and base running. Each session, led by veteran professional players, will last from 9 until noon with lunch to follow. Choose from June 19th to 21st or July 24th to 26th. So learn what it takes to succeed on the field and off. Call the Barnstormers office at 717-509-HITS or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. Space is limited. Act now.
Introducing the all-new Lexus RX 350L, designed for room. Room for a power-folding third row. Room for up to 7. And room for the unexpected. The 3-row RXL. It's the RX with room for more. Experience the innovative RXL and RXL Hybrid. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
RX 450HL arriving spring 2018.
Bottom of the third, here's center fielder Mike Francoso leading off for the Somerset Patriots. Francoso at .313 with a pair of home runs, 26 runs batted in, can play both the infield and the outfield. That's something that Brett Jody and John Hunton always look for when building their ball clubs. They have a similar player in the on-deck circle in Justin Trapp. The offering to Francoso, a called strike. It is 0-1. Here's a player who simply fits the Somerset Patriots mold, at least here in the Brett Jody era. Just fundamentally very sound player is Francoso. We saw him make a couple of defensive gems at Clipper Magazine Stadium in that last series. Albaladejo to the plate. That's lined and a fair ball down the left field side into the Barnstormers bullpen. Trying to play the carom out there is Trayvon Wright at the scatter. Robinson finally able to fire it into third. Francoso with a leadoff double. Barely fair down the left field line, and the Patriots with a golden opportunity now to produce the first run of the game. Runner at second base. Nobody out in the bottom of the third inning. Francoso just reaching out with the bat and driving a ball down the left field line. It landed fair, probably by a foot, and then kicked sideways into the Lancaster bullpen. It took a while for Trayvon Robinson to be able to fish it out from there. Francoso in scoring position. Justin Trapp, the batter, a .261 hitter with 3 home runs and 19 knocked in. Albaladejo to the set and the pitch off the inside part of the plate. Ball 1-0. Craig Massey and Ramon Flores to follow. 3 shots at getting the run home. Albaladejo, generally unflappable, looking to bear down here. He'd retired 6 in a row prior to the leadoff double. It is the 10th two-base hit of the year for Francoso. The offering to Trapp is again inside. Ball 2 and no strikes. Second time in the game that Somerset has advanced a runner into scoring position. Two balls, no strikes. Francoso out to a lead. You've got to keep an eye on him. Albaladejo glances back. Now to the plate 2-0. He's up and in, ball 3. 3-0 on Trapp. And if he walks, look for the double steal. Even though a left-handed batter in Craig Massey is on deck. Somerset loves to apply pressure. They play just fundamental, little-type baseball. 3-0 on Trapp, and that finds its way into the zone. Trapp checked on the swing. It's 3-1. Not quite twilight yet here in central New Jersey. The shadows continue to creep up the outfield wall. Still some glare out in center. 3 balls, 1 strike. Francoso inches off second. The set by Albaladejo, the look back, and the offering. Ground ball toward the middle. Up with it is Noel near the bag at second. He will throw out Trapp, but that will move the runner. Fundamental baseball, productive out. Francoso to third with 1 away. Good positioning on the part of the Barnstormers defensively there, because That was a fairly sharp ground ball just to the right of the second base bag, but Noel was cheating that way and able to get the first out. Craig Massey now steps in. He reached on a single off the glove of first baseman Casey Hobson back in the first inning. Barnstormers will keep the infielders back here. One out and the runner at third base. Now Baladejo would love to get a strikeout or a pop-up here. Anything else likely to score the run. Here's the pitch, and it is popped up. Foul territory, over goes Castile, over goes Bortnick. Castile right at the edge of the dugout, unable to reach in and make the play. Well, if things are going well for your ball club, that is caught. Castile did everything he could, but the dugout railing was in his way. If the dugout is built 3 feet more down the left field line, Castile has a play. 0-1, the count on Massey. In certain ways, that's just a tough break for the Barnstormers. Albaladejo makes the pitch, gets the pop-up, and the ball just out of Castile's reach. To Massey, no balls and a strike. This again is popped up to shallow left. May not be deep enough. Robinson with the catch. The runner is going to bluff off third, not come. And Albaladejo picks up that precious second out on the shallow fly out to left. Massey retired. Ramon Flores to the plate. Flores a strikeout victim in the first inning. Still scoreless, bottom half of the third. Albaladejo working now with 2 outs. He just needs to focus on the hitter. Francoso over at third base with 2 away. Barnstormers obviously can't afford any kind of a mistake here. Albaladejo looking to pick up the 3rd out of the inning. Jonathan goes to work, and the pitch to Flores is up for a ball, 1-0. The right-handed hitting shortstop, Alfredo Rodriguez, waits on deck. Lights on under perfectly clear skies here in Somerset. 1-0, the motion and the delivery breaks inside. Now it is 2-0 on Flores. Flores in the major leagues from 2015 to 2017. He's a Venezuela native. Played for the Yankees, the Brewers, and the Angels. A lot of time with the Brewers in 16. He got into 104 games. 2-0 to him. Albaladejo to the plate. Smash foul outside first. 2-1. He hit 205 that year with a pair of home runs and 19 runs batted in. Albaladejo looking to wiggle out of harm's way here in the 3rd inning. 2 balls, 1 strike, and to Flores. Breaking ball dances low, and it's 3-1. Flores 2 major league home runs. One of them was off of one of the best around, Jacob deGrom, and the other one off Ross Ohlendorf of Cincinnati. We connected at Citi Field against deGrom. Here's the pitch, and this is lifted behind third base. Into foul ground, Frias takes over from Bortnick, and Vladimir Frias, with his knees bent, makes the catch. A little Vlad flair on the play, but the ball caught, no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. The Patriots squander a leadoff double. Will go to the 4th inning in a scoreless ball game.
Like craft beers, local wines? Well, the best place to be in Lancaster then is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, all new for 2018 is the Broken Bat deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat will feature more than 20 local craft breweries and product from 2 local wineries. If something with a little more kick is your adult beverage of choice, a local distillery is part of the Broken Bat as well. Food will be sold off a pub-style menu, so get together, hang out with your friends, make some new ones, and enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
AMT Concerts presents Rock at the Park Festival, Saturday, July 21st, featuring sets from Fuel, Eve 6, Sister Hazel, Long Beach Dub All-Stars, Fastball, and more. Rock at the Park, Saturday, July 21st at Clipper Magazine Stadium, Lancaster. Tickets on sale now at rockatthepark.com.
Here provided by the Somerset Patriots.
Rico Noel leads off the top of the 4th inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left for Somerset. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on the Barnstormers side. Noel lined out in foul territory down the right field line his first time up, and Justin Trapp still covering that right field line as he did the first time up. Called strike in on Noel. It is 0-1. May have been the hardest hit ball of the game so far. Noel, a lot of room out in right center. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Teasley fanned the last 2 batters in the 3rd inning. He's got Noel under wraps here at 0-2. Galen and Castile will follow. Barnstormers struggling to get base hits once again. Rico batting 0-2. The left-hander Teasley into the motion. This is driven down the right field line, foul and into the seats. Out of the scope of Justin Trapp this go-around. Still 0-2 on Noel. Trayvon Robinson, Lancaster's only base runner of the game so far. He was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd. Inside, spinning Noel around. Ball 1 and 2 strikes the count. Pitch totals are roughly even. Both Albaladejo and Teasley in the mid-40s through the first 3 innings of the game. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Noel. Left-hander into the line. Here's the pitch. That is swung on and missed. 3 strikeouts in a row for Teasley, 4 total. Blake Galen was the first strikeout victim. He went down looking in the 1st inning and took all 3 pitches for strikes and then glared after the home plate umpire, Steve Lombardo. So far, 10 out of 11 retired by Teasley. The Barnstormers were hitting some balls respectably well early, but not so recently. A called strike onto the inside corner to Galen. It is 0-1. Teasley has lived right on the corners to Blake. 4 pitches tonight. A swing here and a ball lashed toward the gap, left center field. That's going to get down and roll all the way to the wall. Extra bases for Galen. It's picked up at the base of the fence by Flores, and Blake will coast into second with a 1-out double. The Barnstormers' first base hit of the game. Galen's 10th 2-base hit of the year. He is in scoring position with 1 out. Ryan Castile stepping in. We'll see if the Barnstormers can make more out of the double than the Patriots did in the bottom of the 3rd, and theirs came leading off the inning. Albaladejo, a marvelous job getting out of that situation. Castile digs in. He was out on a sharp grounder to 3rd, back in the 2nd inning. Galen leads off second base. Teasley to the plate. Castile gets a ball inside. It's 1-0. Trayvon Robinson waiting on deck. Castile, a .280 hitter for the season with runners in scoring position. Ball 1, no strikes. Teasley comes back and reaches the outer edge. Good pitch for Castile to let go. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Castile has a tremendous amount of room on the right side. Massey is cheating towards second. Dorn is near the first baseline. And Ryan can actually hit the ball the other way. Southern Maryland doesn't believe that. They put a total shift on against him. 1-1, inside and low, 2 balls and a strike. That had a chance to hop away from Gonzalez, but it didn't. 2-1 to the Barnstormer catcher. Runner at second base with 1 gone. Galen out there with the double. To Castile, here's the 2-1. That's upstairs. And a 3-ball, 1-strike count with Robinson set to follow. Castile at one point was up toward the league leaders in runs batted in, but we talked about how cold this ball club has gotten. He's driven in only 3 runs in his last 17 games. Here's the pitch to him. He'll get the walk, and that's part of the reason why. Teams have started to work around Ryan. His walk count has accelerated.
Fireworks show. Your eyes will thank you.
That's his 7th walk in the last 6 games. First and second with 1 out. Robinson steps in. Trayvon hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning. Well, the Barnstormers become the first team in this game to have 2 runners on base at the same time. Galen and Castile take their leads. Here's the pitch to Trayvon. Big swing and a foul ball back to the screen. And judging by Robinson's reaction with the bat, he wants that pitch again. Looked like his belief was that he missed his opportunity there. 1 strike the count to Robinson. Again, he was pretty much the hottest bat the Barnstormers had going into the break. First and second, 1 out. Teasley looking for a ground ball here. The 0-1 to Robinson is bounced and mishandled initially by Gonzalez. He wanted to dig that up and look for a place to throw, but he had trouble finding the handle on the baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Robinson. Casey Hobson, the first baseman, left-handed batter, waits on deck. Lancaster trying to strike here in the 4th inning. Teams are getting closer to pushing a run across the plate. Somerset got a man as far as 3rd in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1 ball, 1 strike on Robinson. Trayvon takes a breaking ball for a 2nd strike. That was able to find the inside corner. Now 1-2. Lancaster looking for a big hit. One and two from Teasley. Robinson swings and misses at an off-speed pitch. And for Rick Teasley, strikeout number 5, 2 gone in this inning. And it's up to Casey Hobson to deliver. Lancaster over the last 20 games has averaged barely 3 runs a game. 61 runs in those 20 contests. 5 strikeouts for Teasley tonight, including his last 4 outs. His season high is 7. That came June 24th against Southern Maryland. To Hobson, a first pitch strike. It is 0-1 on the 62nd pitch of the game from Teasley. Galen at second, Castile the runner at first. Looking for a ride home here, 0-1. Teasley comes back and misses down and away. Ball 1, strike 1. Teasley has fanned 6 on 4 other occasions, including his last start, also against Southern Maryland. One to Hobson, and he drives the ball foul, slicing well off the field of play down the left field line. If he could straighten that out and get it down the line, Barnstormers would be in business. 1-2 the count to Hobson. Grant Desmay in the on-deck circle. A look back by the left-hander. Teasley of the plate, slow breaking ball, and it chips the bat but is fouled away. Hobson went through 4 bats in one day, 3 in a game, 1 in BP on the last homestand, and now he's got to get a second one off the rack for this at bat. but the good news is he's alive at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Galen with the 1-out double this inning. Castile with the base on balls. 3 base runners overall for the Barnstormers here through 3 2/3 innings. The Patriots have had 2 men on base through 3. No score, top half of the 4th inning. Casey Hobson back in the box at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Trying to get the first run of the night home. Beasley glances around. Here's the 1-2. Slow ground ball right side. Charging the play, the second baseman, Massey. He'll throw out Hobson to end the inning. 4-3 for the second time on KC tonight. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. So Barnstormers' chance goes by the boards, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th, still scoreless.
Shannon, you're going to win a luxury suite for a game this season brought to you by
You're totally probably safe to ride on your spare for what, 6, maybe 9 months?
Don't trust the wrong advice. Get the right tires at the right price right away. It's what we've been doing at Jack Williams Tire right here in Pennsylvania since our family started this business back in 1929. Because doing things the right way is just the Williams way. Get the right tires right now at jackwilliams.com.
Lancaster Bible College has been around since 1933, but did you know that they offer degrees in much more than just Bible? LBC offers degrees in criminal justice, business, professional counseling, and more, as well as graduate and seminary degrees in areas like Christian care, chaplaincy, education, and leadership studies. To learn more about LBC and the programs they offer, visit lbc.edu. That's lbc.edu. As we go into the bottom of the 4th inning, let's check out the rest of the Atlantic League. York up big, 5-1 over Long Island. They're in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Meanwhile, Southern Maryland leads New Britain 6-2. That game in the bottom of the 6th. The Road Warriors in Sugar Land waiting to get started down at Constellation Field. Here, no score, bottom half of the 4th inning. Jonathan El Baladejo facing Alfredo Rodriguez, the product of the University of Maryland. First pitch is low, ball 1, no strikes. University of Maryland got lights on its baseball field in 1994, Shipley Field, because the Bowie Bay Sox needed to use that field for about a month. Ground ball foul over Glenn Barker in the coach's box at 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Rodriguez. They have a decent baseball program there in the ACC. Well, it used to be in the ACC. What, they're Big Ten now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Breaking ball to Rodriguez. The curveball missing inside. 2-1 from El Baladejo. Rodriguez, one of the 2 strikeout victims for Jonathan back in the 1st inning. 2-1, the motion and the pitch. Ground ball to the opposing shortstop. Vladimir Frias digs and throws. Rodriguez retired. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Matt Oberste comes to the plate. Oberste fly to center field. Back in the 1st inning, ending a mini threat there for the Somerset Patriots. And again, a ball, maybe we have a dome of high pressure tonight that's really repressing everything. But the ball he hit in the 1st inning and the ball Desmay hit in the 2nd, I thought we're going to go at least 30 feet deeper off the bat. Swinging a ball nicked foul on the breaking ball from El Baladejo. It is 0-1. Bottom of the 4th, no score. 1 out with the bases empty for the Somerset Patriots. El Baladejo misses badly with the next delivery. It's 1-1. On the Major League scoreboard tonight, the Rangers and the Orioles are scoreless through 4. Pittsburgh with a 5-1 edge on Milwaukee in the top of the fourth inning. Here's a 1-1. Oberste takes the big curveball for a strike. It's 1-2. Mets 4, Nationals 1. That's in the bottom half of the third inning. High-scoring game in Boston. The Red Sox and the Blue Jays tied at 6. The Blue Jays have been extraordinarily generous. 4 errors in 2 innings in the field. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the Phils are up 1-0 at Miami. That is in the bottom of the fourth inning. Cleveland with a 4-0 edge on the Yankees, top of the fourth in Ohio. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Albaladejo to Oberste, swing and a miss. Tied him up inside. That is strikeout number 3 for Jonathan Albaladejo. 2 are down. Danny Dorn, the first baseman, to the plate. He wrapped out to Hobson, 3 unassisted, leading off the second inning. Atlanta 1, Arizona 0 in the third. Detroit and Houston just getting started down in Texas. Similar story, Kansas City at the White Sox this evening. Good-looking breaking ball across for a strike. It's 0-1. Albaladejo has his assortment working here this evening. He's been tough, but Teasley has been equally tough. 0-1 to Dorn. The wind by Albaladejo. The pitch sinks low. It's a ball and a strike. Rays failed to score in the first inning at Minnesota. Cincinnati at St. Louis about to get started. And there are some games later on as well. We'll get to those if time allows here. Albaladejo getting the sign, but Dorn grows impatient. He walks away. Seattle is at Colorado. Battle of the Freeway Series. Angels and Dodgers at the Ravine tonight. Chicago Cubs at San Diego. And the Bay Area battle also. It is Oakland at San Francisco. Dorn swings and misses. Albaladejo ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5 in a row. Set down by Albaladejo. The motion. And a Dorn. Curveball got him. A swing and a miss for Jonathan Albaladejo. Strikeout number 4. Nothing across in the lower half of the fourth inning. We've got ourselves a pitcher's duel tonight at TD Bank Park. At the end of 4, we are still scoreless.
You know what I was thinking to myself?
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Up next at Huntington Hills Playhouse, New Jersey Premier Dinner Theater.
In the 5th inning, it's Desmay, Frias, and Bortnick for the Barnstormers. Scoreless battle to this point. Grant Desmay, line to center field, his first time up. That closed out the second inning. Barnstormers with 1 hit, a double by Blake Galen, and the Patriots own 2, a double by Mike Francoso, and a single by Craig Massey. Still scoreless. Here is the motion by Teasley, and he has Desmay tantalized. A swing and a miss. It is 0-1. Desmay had worked the count to 3-2 back in the second inning before lining out. Next offering, swing and a miss again, and very quickly, 2 strikes on Desmay. Albaladejo has needed fewer pitches to get through these first 4 innings. We have quite the pitching battle going on. Desmay swings and misses again. He's gone on 3 pitches. Teasley with his 6th strikeout, so just 1 shy of his season high. Vladimir Frias coming in. 5 of the last 8 Barnstormers batters have struck out. I think it was about the time I said that the Barnstormers weren't striking out a lot. I've done it again. There's it's not me. It's the headset. It's not me. Trust me. I when I am not shitting with this headset on, I can't do these things. First pitch is inside of Vlad. Ball 1-0. Frias chopped out to the third baseman Oberste back in the 3rd inning. 1-0. Teasley back into the motion and the offering fouled to the net. 1 ball, 1 strike. I suppose it's about time that I should make mention that this is the only radio booth in the Atlantic League where I can legitimately get a foul ball. It's only happened once in 13 and a half years. The Frias fastball is up, 2 balls and a strike. The culprit was Brian Cavazos Galvez back in 2015. 2-1 to Vladimir. The Teasley offering, driven to center field, sinking quickly. Here comes Francoso. He dives and he makes a wonderful effort, but the ball got in. It was trapped out there. Fans responded as if he had caught it, but the umpiring crew did flash safe. Frias has the 1-out single, the Barnstormers' 2nd knock of the night.
For information, third baseman number
I thought we were going to have shades of Anthony Giansani all over again. He robbed Galen 3 times in the 1 series. Tyler Bortnick, the batter, a strikeout victim back in the 3rd. Frias on base. He's 9 for 10 stealing. I don't know if he's at full speed quite yet. Here's a pitch, and it's taken for a strike by Bortnick, 0-1. Vladimir Frias on board with 1 out here in the 5th inning. I'm sure the Barnstormers would love to be able to get Frias to second base here. Foul ball back into the net, and Bortnick trails 0-2. Francoso made a whale of an attempt at the Frias sinking line drive out to center field. He got a glove on it, but couldn't keep it from touching the grass. Oh, 0-2 to Bortnick. He swings and misses, and that is strikeout number 7 for Rick Teasley, tying his season high. We're back around to Sanford. Darien is 0 for 2. Well, if you're going to send Frias, now would be the time. If he's thrown out, you have Sanford leading off the next inning, which is ultimately where you want him. You probably need Frias to second base for Sanford to drive him home in most cases. 2 outs, runner at first. The left-hander fires. That is cut on and missed. Sanford down 0-1. Seven strikeouts for Teasley. Albaladejo has struck out 4. We have 4 total hits in the ball game. Lancaster's had 2 extra base runners on a walk and a hit batter. Throw goes to first, just a lob toss, and Frias back in standing. Jonathan Albaladejo coming into the night, averaging only 1.7 walks per 9 innings. There was that mysterious start where he walked 4 in 5 innings and threw over 100 pitches. That's so atypical of him. Here's the pitch, and Sanford looks at a second strike on a fastball. It's 0-2. Rico Noel, the on-deck batter. Frias, a short lead off first. I don't think the Barnstormers are going to make a steal attempt here, and it's only because Frias is not at full speed. Chopper toward third, charging the play, Oberste. Here's the throw, and he barely got Sanford. He almost lost him by waiting back on that ball. 5-3 on the ground out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We're halfway through regulation, 4.5 innings in the books. Nothing is broken. It's 0-0.
Grand slam here in the bottom of the fifth. Tara Lelieber.
We can't help but always want more, especially on the road. More horsepower, heightened handling, elevated design. Get more out of your drive with the Lexus IS. Bold styling, track-tuned handling, available 311 horsepower. Experience the exhilaration of the IS 350 and IS 300. Available in F-Sport and all-wheel drive. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
Enjoy weekends with the Barnstormers all season long. Every Friday evening home game will feature a different giveaway ranging from t-shirts to beach towels to backpacks. On Saturdays, enjoy the best entertainment doubleheader there is with Barnstormers baseball followed by fireworks. Sundays are fun days at the ballpark. Get autographs from some of your favorite Barnstormers players and play catch on the field before the game. Once the game is over, it's a Domino's Pizza Kids Base Run. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. And we'll see you at the ballpark. Catcher Jovan Gonzalez will lead off the lower half of the fifth inning against Jonathan Albaladejo, who's pitched a great ball game so far for the Barnstormers. Again, in case you're just joining us, Somerset has had to undergo some roster transition with Julio Borbon, their all-star center fielder, leaving the ball club pending a transaction. We'll put it that way. First pitch strike. It is 0-1 on Gonzalez. Adam Weisenberger, the other catcher besides Gonzalez, and DH Kyle Roller opting to retire. 0-1 delivery. Gonzalez gives this a ride. Deep left center field. Back on it goes Sanford. Darien to the track. Reaches up and makes the catch. Gonzalez retired. Deepest threat of the ball game tonight. He couldn't get that one to go. Gonzalez bidding for his first home run of the season. Hit that one quite away. Sanford running it down. One away. Andy Chavez, the designated hitter to the plate. Chavez tapped out up the first baseline. The official out going 1-3 back in the second inning. Lights are on. We have reached that precarious time of night where we have occasionally seen a pop fly get lost. Baladejo to Chavez, ground ball down the line at third, barely foul. He tried to match Francoso's success as a left-handed batter going the opposite way down the left stripe, but he missed by a few feet wide of the bag. 0-1. The count to Chavez. Francoso is on deck. They have Massey, Flores, Dorn, Chavez, and Francoso batting from the left side of the plate in this ball game. And they're all pure left-handed hitters. 0-1. The count to Chavez. The bench is the other catcher rated. They have Jermaine Curtis, a newcomer. Breaking ball into the dirt. The count on Chavez, a ball and a strike. Justin Pacioli and Scott Kelly. Well, they've got some speed off the bench from the right side of the plate. One ball, one strike to Andy Chavez here. The motion by Albaladejo, and that's inside and low, chasing the feet of Chavez out of the box. His torso was still hunched over the box, but the feet got out of there. 2-1. Albaladejo comes back. This is sliced down the left field side, giving chase. Robinson disappearing into the bullpen, and the ball reaches the picnic deck up above that bullpen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Barnstormers with Anderson De La Rosa, Josh Bell, Nate Coronado, and Carlos Garcia available to come in for late inning duty. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Chavez. The wind by Albaladejo, the pitch, got him swinging. Jonathan's 5th strikeout of the night. 2 retired, and here's Francoso, who had the leadoff double down the left field stripe back in the 3rd inning. 5 strikeouts for Albaladejo tonight. Now, he's not the strikeout pitcher that he was 2 years ago. His season high is just 6. Against York May 4th, and he matched it here at Somerset a week later. 5 tonight. Here's the pitch to Francoso. Big curveball getting the outside corner. Strike 1. But these 2 starting pitchers between them have now allowed just 4 hits, and they have struck out 12. 2 outs, bases clear. 1 strike on Francoso. Justin Trapp due next. Here's the pitch. Francoso takes a 2nd strike. Albaladejo, just like his mound opponent, Rick Teasley tonight, working the zone very successfully with a variety of pitches and using what may be a little bit of largesse on the part of the home plate umpire, Steve Leonardo. Time abruptly called at the plate, and everybody got out of there as it looked like Albaladejo was ready to turn a pitch loose. 0-2 on Francoso. The motion, and Albaladejo delivers. That is cut on and missed as well. So give Albaladejo number 6. He and Teasley have both tied their season highs tonight. Nothing across in the lower half of the 5th inning for the Patriots. At the end of 5, there is still no score.
Ed Pay, we did not have a grand slam. You can go.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu. Except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Enjoy a weeknight with the Barnstormers and leave with your wallet largely intact. Come on out on Munchie Mondays for all-you-can-eat nachos, dogs, fries, popcorn, and soda for 2 hours. Or how about Koozie Tuesdays, where fans of legal age can enjoy $2 domestic drafts from 6:30 to 8. Bring your dog on Wiener Wednesdays and enjoy delicious dollar dogs as well. Or on Thrifty Thursday, popcorn is just $1, sodas are $2, and lawn seats are only $3. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com, and we'll see you at the ballpark. Rico Noel ready to lead off the top of the 6th for the Barnstormers. We stay in this scoreless ball game. Each side with 2 hits. The Barnstormers have also drawn a walk and had a batter hit by a pitch. 4 base runners to 2 through 5 innings. That's not much offense. Noel is fouled out down the right field line and struck out. Here's the pitch, and it's low from Teasley. Ball 1 and no strikes. Unofficially, 79 pitches thrown by Teasley, 67 by Albaladejo. 1-0 on the way to Noel, swinging a foul right straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blake Galen on deck. He has one of the 2 Lancaster hits, and then Ryan Castile, who has the walk.
Hey, happy birthday to Bridget and Tanya. Game day staffers here at the ballpark.
Noel back in at a ball and a strike. Teasley into the motion. And the offering cut on and missed. Make it 1-2.
Happy 9th birthday, Evan Dottie.
Barnstormers' offense continues to labor, but tonight it's matched by Albaladejo's performance against Somerset. Rico up there 1-2. Teasley will bring it home. This is lifted down the right field line, shallow, twisting into foul territory, racing out Massey. Had his glove on it for a moment while on the dead run on the apron, slides to a halt, can't make the catch. And alive is Noel at a ball and 2 strikes. Great attempt by the second baseman, Craig Massey. Justin Trapp was sprinting over to get into position as well. Massey had everything he could do just to get a glove on the ball. He wasn't able to control it. Noel stays in at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mike Francoso had nearly made a great play against Vladimir Frias in center field back in the 5th inning. Frias just able to get the ball down for the Barnstormers' second hit of the night. We'll see what Noel can do with the extra life here. 1 ball and 2 strikes against Teasley. The motion and the pitch, and Rico goes down the first base side, but foul. Still 1-2 the count. The only runner to get as far as third base in the game was Francoso in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He was there with 1 out. Albaladejo worked out of it. Noel swings and he misses. The throw is going to have to go down to first base. Nobody seems sure that Noel took off belatedly. 8th strikeout for Teasley in the game. 1 retired, and here is Galen, who has struck out and doubled. New season high for the Somerset left-hander. 14 total strikeouts in the game tonight to 6 base runners. That is how dominant the 2 pitchers have been. Galen digging in. Here's the pitch. Blake wraps it on the ground, foul outside first. Doran was in position to make the play. He's pretty much guarding the line against Galen here. No balls and a strike. The infielders on the right side, Doran and Massey, are swung way around, but Rodriguez is still to the left side of the second base bag. To Galen inside for a ball. The count levels at 1 apiece. Ryan Castile waiting on deck. No score into the 6th. Rick Teasley winds, brings it home, and it is outside. Galen ahead in the count, 2-1. On the Barnstormers side, only Castile, Hobson, and Frias have avoided the strikeout. All 3 to Galen, taken low, 3-1. Albaladejo has fanned 6 different Patriots. Massey, Gonzalez have avoided getting struck out through 2 at-bats, and Trapp has only been up once. He grounded out there. Bouncer foul by Galen, 3-2. Full count pitch is due.
It's the law.
Here is the 3-2 delivery. It is low, ball 4. Galen picks up the second Barnstormers walk. 1 out base runner here in the 6th with Castile stepping in. Blake Galen is good at drawing walks as anybody we have seen in this league, with the possible exception of James Skelton over the years, is aboard with 1 out. In the top of the 6th inning, Castile has grounded out and he has walked. Teasley to the plate, and that's off the outside corner. Ball 1, no strikes. Jared Mitchell leads the league in picking up walks, 42 for York. Galen and Barrett Barnes of Sugarland were tied for 2nd coming into the game. Here's a 1-0, little pop fly, shallow left center field. That's in for a base hit. Castile is on. And once again, just like in the 4th inning, Galen is at 2nd, Castile at 1st with 1 out. Trayvon Robinson stepping in. 3 hits now for the Barnstormers. Robinson has been hit by a pitch, and then he struck out with the 2 men on back in the 4th inning. 0 for 3 for the Barnstormers with runners in scoring position tonight. 0 for 5 for Somerset. Scoreless ball game into the 6th. Robinson trying to break it here. A walk to Galen, followed by A soft looping single by Ryan Castile. The outfielders were back. They had no chance to catch up to that. Here's Robinson trying to produce the game's first run. Teasley to the plate, and Trayvon looks at a ball inside, 1-0. Casey Hobson, the on-deck batter. We've seen pitchers' duels over the years in this ballpark, but this has been one of the better ones. One ball and nothing. Teasley to the plate. Robinson chops a foul over toward third. One ball, one strike. Somerset already in the playoffs. They won the first half at 35-28. 2 games better than the New Britain Bees. Barnstormers were 3 games better, but finished second, 3 games behind the Sugarland Skeeters, and now the Barnstormers have to be watching York here in the second half, and maybe Southern Maryland as well. Robinson, little bleeder over on the third base side. Oberste charges. He'll fire on and get the out. Robinson retired 5-3. That could have been a testy play, but it looked like Trayvon didn't get a very good jump out of the box. Now it's up to Hobson, who's over 2 on groundouts. With Galen over to third, the first Barnstormer to get that far in the game, and Castile, the runner at second base. Hobson has twice grounded out to the second baseman, Craig Massey.
First baseman, Casey Hobson.
A matchup that Somerset likes here, a left-hander against Hobson. Here's the motion. Teasley to the plate. Breaking ball reached for and missed. It is 0-1. Lancaster's had 6 men reach base tonight. Somerset only 2. The big hit's tough to come by on either side. Here's the 0-1 to KC. Fired low. Ball 1, strike 1. Teasley at 97 pitches all game. It'll be interesting to see how much beyond this 6th inning, if at all, he goes. One ball, one strike. Galen up the line from third. Castile off second. Teasley to the plate. Hobson chased out of the box. 2-1. Pitch never really broke. Didn't appear. The edge to Hobson. Base hit, could pick up 2 here. Teasley ready to go. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Casey decided to go for broke there, but he left the pitch behind. 2-2. Now he needs to shorten up and find some kind of a hole in the defense. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners lead off second and third. A pair of the Barnstormers All-Stars, Galen and Castile. And a Hobson, a swing and a miss. And for Rick Teasley, strikeout number 9 in the ballgame. No runs, 1 hit. No errors. The Barnstormers strand 2. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Still Lancaster 0 and Somerset 0.
Learn from the pros right here in Lancaster. The Lancaster Barnstormers are offering 2 3-day-long youth clinics this summer with instruction on pitching, hitting, fielding, and base running. Each session, led by veteran professional players, will last from 9 until noon with lunch to follow. Choose from June 19th to 21st or July 24th to 26th. So learn what it takes to succeed on the field and off. Call the Barnstormers office at 717-509-HITS or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. Space is limited. Act now.
Introducing the all-new Lexus RX 350L, designed for room. Room for a power folding third row. Room for up to 7. And room for the unexpected. The 3-row RXL. It's the RX with room for more. Experience the innovative RXL and RXL Hybrid. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
RX 450 HL arriving spring 2018.
You'll win $20,000. Good luck, Anna Braun.
Justin Trapp, Craig Massey, and Ramon Flores will be facing Jonathan Albaladejo as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, a scoreless ball game. Albaladejo leads the Barnstormers with 7 quality starts and certainly working toward an 8th one here tonight. Can get there unless he has a bad inning. Right-handed action has begun in the bullpen for Somerset. We've seen the end in all likelihood of Rick Teasley, but what a marvelous outing for him. Albaladejo into the motion. First pitch to Trapp here in the bottom of the 6th. This too close. Ball 1, no strikes. Trapp grounded out 4-3. Rico Noel back in the 3rd inning, advancing a runner in the process. High pop up into foul territory. This will be over the screen and into the crowd. Trapp batting at 1-1 against Albaladejo. That was just Jonathan's 68th pitch of the game tonight. He has walked none. He has struck out 6. To Trapp, a ball and a strike, and make it a ball and 2 strikes as Albaladejo once again finds the zone. He has missed with 22 out of 69. 1-2, and a Trapp swinging a foul ball back into the screen. Trapp reaching out to protect the plate. Didn't have much on the swing, but able to deflect the ball foul. 1-2, the continuing count on a man who has done well against the Barnstormers over the past couple of years. 6 out of 18 coming into tonight in this season series. Down low, Albaladejo overthrew that, fell off balance. 2-2. Get that feeling that the first team to get a clutch base hit will win this contest. Here's a 2-2, up and in to Trapp. And now Albaladejo runs the risk of walking his first batter of the game. The last 2 pitches have not been close. 3-2 to Trapp, who has 13 steals on the year. You don't want to put him on. Not in a tight, low-scoring game like this. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the right fielder. Albaladejo shrugs his shoulders, ready to go. Here comes the payoff pitch, and this is poked out to left field deep. Robinson going back, won't get to it. The ball over his head, skipping out to the wall. Trapp will glide into second with a leadoff double. Albaladejo had him at a ball and 2 strikes, and then at 3-2, he didn't want to walk him. Trapp able to rip a ball over the head of Trayvon Robinson out and left, and for the second time in the game, a leadoff double for the Somerset Patriots. It brings on Craig Massey, who is 1 for 2. The Barnstormers have not had their leadoff man on base in any inning so far. It's the 3rd time that Somerset has had the leadoff man on, but they haven't had anybody else on base. Massey reached starting off the ball game on a single off the glove of first baseman Casey Hobson. Then with a chance to drive in a run in the 3rd, he flied out to shallow left. Trapp leads off second. Albaladejo comes to the set and the pitch right there on the fastball, strike 1 call.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Trapp at second, nobody out. You have to keep an eye on him. No balls and 1 strike. The left-handed batting second baseman Massey. Albaladejo comes to the plate and gets strike 2. Hits are even at 3. Barnstormers with 2 singles and a double, and the reverse true for the Patriots. 2 doubles, 1 single. Left-handed action begins in the Lancaster bullpen. 0-2, Albaladeo to the plate, and that's fouled off by Massey. Albaladeo again getting ahead of a batter. He had Trapp at 1-2. He's got Massey 0-2. Somerset kicking off the 3rd trip through the batting order. No balls, 2 strikes. Albaladeo out of the stretch, looks back to Trapp, and now time is called. York now leading Long Island 16-1 in the 7th inning. 6-3, Southern Maryland over New Britain in the bottom of the 8th. The Road Warriors in Sugar Land scoreless into the 3rd. To Massey, a swing and a miss. Huge first out for Jonathan Albaladeo. He claims he foul tipped that, and Brett Jody is going to come out and argue the same. The home plate umpire, Steve Leonardo, is going to ask for help. Did anybody see a foul tip? They'll huddle up. Silvio, did you see it? Frank, did you see it? Massey swears up and down that he grazed it foul. And he is not leaving the batter's box until they indicate otherwise. So now they rule it a foul ball, and here comes Ross for an explanation. Massey's still alive, no balls and 2 strikes.
The Patriots are closing in on their 7 millionth fan. We expect to reach that.
Take the strikeout
Friday, July 27th.
off the scorecard, at least for the moment.
The 7 millionth fan will
Ross is out there to talk it over with the plate umpire, Leonardo.
Walks through the gates. Will you be the 7 millionth fan? Join us the weekend,
And
July 27th.
still getting an explanation, and slaps him on the shoulder and runs back to the dugout. Ross must be fairly certain that he foul tipped it. A new baseball put into play, and Albaladeo still has to deal with Massey. Runner at second base, nobody out. That would have been a huge strikeout for Jonathan to get, and we'll see if he can still pick it up. Can't tell you which lefty is currently throwing in the Lancaster pen. No balls, 2 strikes. Albaladeo to Massey. This is popped up to shallow left, slicing toward the line. Robinson's there. He makes the catch. While it's not a strikeout, it has the same effect on the ball game. Runner at second with 1 out. Ramon Flores to the plate. He is 0 for 2. He has struck out swinging and fouled to the shortstop as Frias went in behind Bortnick along the line. Huge first out for Albaladeo. Scoreless ball game, bottom of the 6th inning. Tension here at Somerset. I think maybe more so on the Barnstormers side. Lancaster needing wins. Somerset already in the postseason. Albaladeo looking back to Trapp and steps off, cocking his wrist. Never intending to make a throw, but sending a message Trapp's way anyhow. Runner at second base with 1 down. Albaladeo now with the throw to second, and back in there is Flores. Quick snap tag, slapped down by Frias, but Trapp did get his hand in there. Game 2 of this series coming up tomorrow night. Nate Reed against David Kubiak. And then we'll close it out on Sunday. It looks like it's going to be Brooks Hall making the start for Lancaster against Corey Reardon. The pitch to Flores, breaking ball missing low. Alfredo Rodriguez, the shortstop, due next. Right-handed batter. The left-hander throwing in the bullpen would probably not be ushered in the game now until Danny Dorn, who is still in the dugout, not even in the hole. Here's a pitch to Flores. That is inside, and Obaladejo falls behind 2-0. Jonathan shouldn't be terribly fatigued. It's not a humid night, and he's thrown just 80. 2 balls and nothing. But you've got to pitch very delicately in a game like this. 1 run could decide it the way it's been going. Two balls and nothing to the one-time Milwaukee Brewer, Ramon Flores. Still a lot of upside. Albaladejo looking back to Trapp, who gets his attention. Jonathan steps off the rubber. It's bottom half of the 6th inning, taking a while to develop. In a scoreless ball game. 2 balls and no strikes due to Flores. The pitch, again missing, and suddenly 3-0. Albaladejo again on the verge of his first walk. He went to 3-2 on Trapp before giving up the long double to left. Flores up there, 3 balls and no strikes. Trapp bouncing around off second. Albaladejo gives him a look, now to the plate. Strike 1 recorded. Jonathan finds the inside corner. Jonathan trying to calmly work his way through another jam. He's only been in a couple all night. 3-1 to Flores. Another look back to Trapp. And the pitch misses outside, ball 4. There's the first walk. Now, it sets up the double play, but it also sets up the double steal. You have the right-handed hitting Alfredo Rodriguez stepping in. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. And Somerset loves to double steal in key situations. Ross Peoples is going to pay a mound visit, sensing some trouble here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The first time in the entire game, the 2 Patriots have been on board at the same time. The Barnstormers have had that situation twice with the same 2 guys, Galen and Castile, in the 4th and then again in the 6th, reaching 1st and 2nd with 1 out, and nothing developed in either inning. Now it's 1 out with runners at 1st and 2nd here for the Somerset Patriots. Steve Leonardo out to break up the mound conference. The Barnstormers taking their first time out of the night. Alfredo Rodriguez, fresh off his walk-off hit in the All-Star game, looking to put his Patriots ball club on top. Just because you won the first half doesn't mean you're not out to win games, but you may not always manage like every game is the 7th game of the World Series. You want to make sure your players are rested. Right now, for Brett Jody, it's a question of seeing what he has in some of these new players, Flores and Oberste, and then the guy on the bench, Jermaine Curtis, who just joined them. Well, Baladejo is going to try and get a double play ground ball, but it would not at all shock me to see Trapp and Flores in motion. 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Albaladejo to the set, looks back to Trapp. The runners hold. There's a bunt up the 3rd base line. That's going to scoot foul. 1 strike on Rodriguez. That would have been problematic had it stayed fair. Somerset trying to execute to take a lead. Barnstormers tonight have not tried to steal a base. Neither Sanford nor Noel has gotten on in the game. 0-1 to Rodriguez with 1 out. Keep an eye on the lead runner, Trapp. And there's going to be a pickoff throw to second, but that one turned out to be risky. The timing wasn't there, and Albaladejo ended up throwing it slightly behind Noel, but Rico was able to handle it. Trapp off second, Flores off first. 1 strike on Alfredo Rodriguez. Albaladejo comes set, and again looks Trapp back to second. Albaladejo has watched the Somerset Patriots enough. We've watched the Somerset Patriots enough, especially over the 6 years that Brett Jody has been in charge, and you know they love to put plays on, hit and runs, double steals in situations like this in these tight, low-scoring ball games. That's why they win so many. They execute them well. Breaking ball for a second strike on Rodriguez. No play was on there. Matt Oberste, the third baseman, due next. First and second with 1 out. The second really big threat of the night for the Somerset Patriots. They did get a man to second with 1 out in the first inning and had a runner at third with 1 out in the third. 0-2, the runners stay put. A check swing on a high offering. Ball 1, 2 strikes from Albaladejo. So now the left-handed batting first baseman, Dorn, is in the hole. The Barnstormers still with the southpaw warming up in the bullpen. And I'm just not sure which one. One and two, and that is lined into right center field, a base hit. Here comes Trapp. He's going to score. Sanford cuts the ball off in the gap. Maybe a play at third. That throw is bobbled by Bortnick. In there is Flores. Alfredo Rodriguez singles home the game's first run. The Patriots lead 1-0. Still just 1 out in the inning with runners at the corners. And here is Matt Oberste, who has fly to center and struck out. Somerset comes through here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Barnstormers need to respond and respond pretty quickly. Oberste will step in with Flores at third, Rodriguez at first. Albaladejo not able to get through Alfredo Rodriguez after having him 0-2. Rodriguez is red hot. And the ball was placed well enough for Flores to get all the way around to third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. There goes the runner from first base, a swing and a miss, and sensing danger, Rodriguez pulled up short on it. No balls and a strike on Oberste. The throw from Noel, it looked like there might have been a shot to Flores, but Noel's throw from short right center field skipped into Bortnick, and it would have been late. No balls and a strike. Oberste with a pop-up. Shallow right field. Back goes Noel to handle it. That is out number 2. And Danny Dorn is due in. Dorn is grounded out and he is struck out. Ross has had the left-hander warming up. Is he going to make a move? At the moment, it appears not. Flores at third, Rodriguez at first with 2 outs in the inning. 1-0 Somerset. Will that hold? As the Barnstormers continue their struggles on offense. The runner at first is Rodriguez. We saw him on an aborted launch during the Oberste at bat. Dorn stands in with runners at the corners. Albaladejo out of the stretch, peers over his shoulder, and now to the plate. It is bounced and a good backhanded stop by Castile. Ball 1, no strikes. Albaladejo running into his longest inning to this point by far. He's thrown over 20 pitches here in the bottom of the 6th. He had thrown only 66 in the first 5 frames. But he now trails 1-0, and additional danger lurks with Flores at third, Rodriguez at first, Danny Dorn batting at 1 ball and no strikes. Catcher Jovan Gonzalez, a right-handed batter, is due next. Albaladejo out of the stretch, delivers. That is cut on and fouled at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. York still leads Long Island 16-1. Now in the bottom of the 7th. New Britain has caught Southern Maryland. They're tied in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dorn. Albaladejo and Castile cannot afford a miscommunication here. Castile has already made a brilliant stop during this at-bat. One and one. Albaladejo to the plate. He is wide with it. Ball 2.
Everybody clap your hands.
Somerset, and its 7th at bat of the game with a runner in scoring position, picks up the game's first run. 2 balls, 1 strike on Dorn here. Albaladejo will step back off the rubber. Been a lot of pitches thrown here for a 1-0 ball game. 2 balls, 1 strike. Albaladejo brings it home and misses outside. We go to 3-1. Gonzalez is on deck. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Albaladejo seems like he may be winding down here. This has been a long inning in his 6th. 3-1 to Dorn. And a throw to first base instead with Rodriguez diving back in. Totally dark now at TD Bank Park. 2 hours into action tonight, or just slightly below 2 hours. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3 balls and a strike to Dorn. Albaladejo sets, brings it home, and misses. Now the bases are loaded. Albie has walked 2 batters here in the 6th inning. Jovan Gonzalez is scheduled. He's got Flores at 3rd, Rodriguez at 2nd, Dorn at 1st. Gonzalez looking to break it open. He is grounded to 3rd and fly to deep left center on the longest drive of the game so far on either side.
Jovan Gonzalez.
Look out on the right side. Gonzalez has pulled both balls tonight, but he has loved over the last couple of years to hit to the opposite field against the Barnstormers. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Big opportunity for Somerset to put all but a stranglehold on this game. Time called for a moment. Gonzalez now ready to dig in. Lancaster needs this out, already trailing by a run. The left-hander's throwing once again in the bullpen with Chavez on deck. Albaladejo probably facing his last batter. Here's the offering, and that is up and in. Ball 1 to Gonzalez. Albaladejo, who doesn't walk many, has suddenly lost the strike zone here in the 6th inning. 1 ball and no strikes to Gonzalez. You hear the players talk about it, depending on which side they're on. Ball 1 and no strikes. Albaladejo breaks it outside, 2-0. And Gonzalez may be perfectly willing to take a strike here. But the pitchers are saying they have to be so fine because the offense isn't scoring runs, and it just puts so much extra pressure on them that they mentally wind down. And the hitters are saying, well, if we're falling behind in games, it puts more pressure on us. It goes back and forth like that. The Barnstormers need a way to break that spiral. 2 balls and nothing. Albaladejo goes to work on Gonzalez, and that is inside, 3-0. On the verge of giving up a second run here in the 6th inning. Jovan Gonzalez almost certainly will be willing to take a pitch here. Endy Chavez is due next. Albaladejo with 5 brilliant innings under his belt tonight. The 6th has been troublesome. Started with the leadoff double by Trapp, but again, he had fallen behind in the count. Here's the pitch, and Gonzalez looks at a strike. We go to 3-1. But by my count, that is the 30th pitch of the inning for Jonathan Albaladejo. 3-1 on Jovan Gonzalez. The 3 runners that are aboard are there on 2 walks and a single. Gonzalez looking for something to drive. Albaladejo with the 3-1. He misses high, ball 4, and that forces in the second run of the inning. Albaladejo, who had only walked 12 in 68 innings this year, has walked 3 in the bottom of the 6th. Ross Peoples will take the baseball. The left-hander coming in to face Andy Chavez. This has been a great start for Jonathan Albaladejo for 5 1/3 innings, but he has walked 3 of the last 5 batters. He will depart. The left-hander coming in, and we'll take a break and pause for these messages.
Hello, Barnstormers fans. Andrew Mossbrooks here with another edition of your Atlantic League Look-In. And the ALPB announced the June Player of the Month was none other than Lancaster's own Blake Galen. The 7-year veteran from the Barnstormers crushed 9 home runs in the month. He also had 26 runs batted in, 35 hits total. Galen had a 16-game hitting streak in June. He also had a 24-game on-base streak that went from June 1st all the way to the 26th. Galen honored as the Player of the Month. He at one point was an Atlantic League Player of the Year. That came back in his rookie season in 2012. Here in 2018, overall, Galen has 14 home runs and 52 runs batted in, both of which are good for first overall in the Atlantic League coming out of the All-Star break. That's your Atlantic League Look-In. This has been Andrew Mossbrooks. Back to Dave Collins with play-by-play Barnstormers baseball.
John Anderson takes over for the Barnstormers. He was the left-hander warming up in the bullpen, and you may only see him to face Andy Chavez if he can get the out here. Chavez 0 for 2 against Albaladejo, the starter. So Jonathan will not get his 8th quality start of the season. Goes 5 2/3 innings, giving up 4 hits and 3 walks tonight. He struck out 6 and was coasting and operating a terrific ball game going into the bottom of the 6th, but it went from 1-2 to 3-2 on trap, and those 2 pitches were the first sign of trouble. Albaladejo fell off balance on the 1-2, overthrew it, and then the 2-2, he flew open. It was high and inside, neither one terribly close. He managed to get 2 outs in the inning, but it's 2-0 Somerset now. And Anderson goes to work on Chavez. John to the plate, and he is high. Ball 1 and no strikes. Anderson threw 4 innings in a start his last time out. 1 ball, no strikes to Chavez. Somerset just marching around the bases this inning. Ground ball, shortstop. Backhanded stop by Frias, and the easiest throw is to third. They get the force out on Dorn. Anderson comes in and does his job, getting the Barnstormers out of further harm in the 6th inning, but it's 2 runs on 2 hits with no errors. Somerset strands 3, and we'll go to the 7th inning of baseball tonight with the score, the Patriots 2 and the Stormers 0.
Tweet at SOM Patriots a selfie with the hashtag team.
Like craft beers, local wines? Well, the best place to be in Lancaster then is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, all new for 2018 is the Broken Bat deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat will feature more than 20 local craft breweries and product from 2 local wineries. If something with a little more kick is your adult beverage of choice, a local distillery is part of the Broken Bat as well. Food will be sold off a pub-style menu, so get together, hang out with your friends, make some new ones, and enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
AMT Concerts presents Rock at the Park Festival, Saturday, July 21st, featuring sets from Fuel, Eve 6, Sister Hazel, Long Beach Dub All-Stars, Fastball, and more. Rock at the Park, Saturday, July 21st at Clipper Magazine Stadium, Lancaster. Tickets on sale now at rockatthepark.com.
Two runs on 4 hits with no errors, and Somerset is stranded 5. The Barnstormers no runs, 3 hits, no errors, and Lancaster has left 6 runners on base. We have a pitching change for the Somerset Patriots. Right-hander has come on here in the 7th inning, and that is Dustin Antolin. Rick Teasley went the first 6 innings. He gave up 3 hits, walked 2, hit a batter, and recorded a season-high 9 strikeouts against the Barnstormers. Grant Desmay leads off here in the 7th. He has lined to center and struck out. Antolin will go to work with the 2-0 lead. His first pitch of the night is inside to Desmay. Ball 1 and no strikes the count. Right-hander takes a deep breath, comes back with the 1-0. Desmay fouls it away down the right side and into the crowd. We go to 1 ball and 1 strike. Antolin, in his 25th game, he is 1-3 with 3 saves and a 3.22 earned run average, trying to get the Patriots through the 7th inning tonight with the lead intact. Desmay bats 1-1. Vladimir Frias on deck, and then Tyler Bortnick. Next delivery, Desmay swings and misses. It is 1-2. Blake Galen has a double. Ryan Castile and Vladimir Frias singles tonight. All 3 members of the Freedom Division All-Star squad. Galen and Castile have also drawn walks in the game. Trayvon Robinson has been hit by a pitch. Here's a 1-2 breaking ball, just fouled. Rolling up the third base line. Josh Bell coaching over there now. And I believe that's Joe Gardner coaching first base at the moment.
Well, thank you.
1-2 on Desmay. He had gotten a couple of really good licks in just before the All-Star break. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Antolin ready to go. Check swing and a grounder foul to the Somerset dugout. We'll continue with the 1-2 count. Somerset picking up 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning before John Anderson could come on and douse the Flames. Nobody else is throwing in the Lancaster bullpen. We may see Anderson at least to start the 7th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Desmay. The motion, Antolin to the plate. That is cut on and missed. 10 strikeouts tonight for Somerset pitching. Do keep in mind that the Patriots have a minuscule team ERA in their own ballpark. And it has been that way over the years. 2.71 on the road. It is 4.74. That is an unbelievable difference. 1 out, Vladimir Frias steps in. He singled to center field back in the 5th inning. Offensively, they hit 261 in this ballpark and 267 on the road. Frias chases a pitch and nicks it foul.
Fans, be sure to catch
No balls, 1 strike.
Next Patriot game. Join us tomorrow night And again, July 27th
But
and the 28th.
the offensive woes certainly have continued for this Lancaster ball club. Coming out of the All-Star break, collectively 1 hit in the All-Star game. Frias had that. There's got to be an end somewhere. Nothing in 1 to Frias. The pitch, fouled back, and 0-2. Tyler Bortnick is due next. Antolin pumping nothing but strikes here in the 7th inning. Frias awaits. Antolin ready to go. And he misses wide, perhaps with intent. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count on Frias. The Barnstormers looking for a breath of life here in the 7th inning. 7 innings in this game. They still have not had the leadoff man reach base. And in the last 4 innings, the leadoff man has struck out. 1-2. Frias awaiting the offering from Antolin. The motion, the offering high and outside. 2-2. Antolin doesn't really have much of a windup. I would think he's tough to steal against, even out of the stretch. May not be that easily discernible to the naked eye. Frias awaiting the 2-2, and Antolin works out of the stretch almost exclusively anyway. Swung on and missed by Vlad, and the tag will be applied by Gonzalez. Now he strikes out for the first time. That is 11 for Patriots pitching. And Frias now is going to talk to Steve Leonardo before heading off. And Ross Peoples will come out and ask, hey, didn't he foul it off too? Craig Massey got the umpires to confer in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Now Ross, I think, is asking to see if his ball club can get the same treatment. Well, they haven't posted the strikeout on the board yet. Ross making his point with some hand gestures. And he's going to walk off. Frias has struck out. Tyler Bortnick to the plate. He has fanned twice. So only Castile at this point has avoided the strikeout bug tonight.
Tyler Bortnick.
Frias had to land at bat. Hobson took to his 3rd plate appearance to strike out. Bortnick digs in against Antolin. Somerset up 2-0, top half of the 7th inning, and the Barnstormers trying to find something. And the harder they try, the more elusive that something is. A ball is inside, 1-0. The count on Bortnick. I mean, Ross has gone to just about every combination imaginable in terms of practices, BP, so on and so forth. 1-0 to Tyler Bortnick. That is fouled back and out of play. We go to 1-1. That's up to the bullpen to keep the Barnstormers in the game and hope for a late inning explosion. Somerset, as usual, has a pretty good bullpen, but their closer, Ryan Kelly, a guy the Barnstormers have gotten to at points. 1-1 to Bortnick. He looks at a second strike, make it 1-2. The Barnstormers, through the first 8 batters of the game, had struck out once. That was in 2 1/3 innings. So in the last 4 1/3, covering 13 outs, there have been 10 strikeouts. My goodness. So Bortnick gets 1-2. Ball 2 is outside. 2-2 to Tyler. And that is really puzzling. Robinson grounded out in the 6th, Sanford in the 5th, and Hobson in the 4th. The only 3 outs otherwise. Castile and Galen, meanwhile, have each reached base twice in that span, and Frias does have a base hit there. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tyler Bortnick. Antolin to the plate and bounced that one well ahead of the dish. by several feet. 3 balls and 2 strikes. By the way, the unofficial count of the Somerset Patriots chant tonight is at 27. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Bortnick, just trying to get something started. He'll take a walk. There is no pride anymore. And Bortnick has been fairly successful picking up walks this year. 3-2, Antolin ready to go. Here's the motion. The payoff pitch is hammered foul off the facing of the second deck on the third base side. Bortnick crazily out ahead of it. Almost hit the ball out of the stadium at nearly a 45-degree angle to home plate and the third base foul line, I should say. 3-2 once again to the Lancaster third baseman. Antolin ready, payoff again due, and Bortnick fouls it back to the screen. Tyler Bortnick doing his best to extend this 7th inning. Somerset up 2-0. Decent start for El Baladejo, but boy, did it fizzle in the 6th inning. Somewhere in the middle of the Justin Trapp at bat, El Baladejo lost his rhythm and really couldn't find it again. 3-2, and a Bortnick breaking ball that is rolled up the first base line. Antolin on it. He'll fire to first and cut down Tyler 1-3, nothing across. In the bottom of the top of the 7th, rather, we're at the stretch. Somerset is up 2-0.
One more time. Time to stand up.
You're totally probably safe to ride on your spare for what, 6, maybe 9 months?
Don't trust the wrong advice. Get the right tires at the right price right away. It's what we've been doing at Jack Williams Tire right here in Pennsylvania since our family started this business back in 1929. Because doing things the right way is just the Williams way. Get the right tires right now at jackwilliams.com.
Lancaster Bible College has been around since 1933, but did you know that they offer degrees in much more than just Bible? LBC offers degrees in criminal justice, business, professional counseling, and more, as well as graduate and seminary degrees in areas like Christian care, chaplaincy, education, and leadership studies. To learn more about LBC and the programs they offer, visit lbc.edu. That's lbc.edu. John Anderson tunes up for the bottom of the 7th inning. Meanwhile, Ross Peoples is on the field and discussing with the plate umpire Steve Leonardo the difference between Craig Massey getting to have the umpires huddle up and talk about whether or not he fouled the pitch off in the bottom of the 6th, and Vladimir Frias not getting the same courtesy in the top of the 7th inning. Ross will head back to the dugout, but that was a fairly prolonged discussion, and it's the only thing I can really think of. I have to believe that was the topic of the discussion. And for a few seconds there, just before we came out of the break, I thought we were going to see the first ever ejection of Ross Peoples as a manager. He was doing a lot of talking with his hands, but it would take a lot for Ross, when you consider the person he is, his upbringing, to get beyond, gosh dang it. So Mike Francoso leads off the bottom of the 7th inning. John Anderson still out there. Anderson got Andy Chavez to hit into a bases-loaded force out, closing out the 6th and keeping the Barnstormers at least within arm's length here. Francoso doubled and struck out against the starter Jonathan Albaladejo. 4 hits and 2 runs off him in 5 2/3 innings. Anderson to the plate missing. And to Francoso, ball one, no strikes. Left-hander from Pleasanton, California, now living in Tampa, Florida, former Toronto farmhand. And Anderson has been very, very strong for the Barnstormers here the past 2 years. Check swing, and ball two is up to Francoso. It is 2-0. Justin Trapp, who got everything rolling last inning with a double over the head of Trayvon Robinson out in left field, is due next. Nobody throwing right now in the Lancaster bullpen. Here comes the 2-0. Popped up to shallow left. Back goes Frias. In comes Robinson. Trayvon taking charge and makes the catch. Francoso retired for the first out. Trapp will come to the plate. He has grounded a second and then had the double leading off the sixth inning. And again, that was seemingly a watershed at bat in this game simply because Albaladejo was sailing right along. He was in complete command, and that included Trapp's at bat. And then something went haywire on a 1-2 pitch that I think was intended to be in the dirt, but Albaladejo fell off balance and was just never the same. First pitch fastball in for a strike. It is 0-1 on Justin Trapp. 2-0 Patriots, lower half of the seventh inning. Driven foul down the right field side and into the central New Jersey night. It is 0-2. Craig Massey is on deck. Barnstormers now have a right-hander warming up in the bullpen. Looks like from the arm angle, it may be Steven Johnson, but we'll have to see to be sure. Now time is called. Castile wants to go out and have a word with Anderson in tow as the plate umpire, Mr. Leonardo. Trayvon Robinson, meanwhile, down to his haunches, out and left. 2-0, Somerset leading here in the bottom of the seventh inning with one out and the bases empty. Barnstormers bullpen through 7 scoreless innings in back of Joe Gardner on Sunday, the final game before the break. And the collective bullpen ERA for the season just 2.07. Anderson trying to get that to drop here tonight. It is 0-2 on Trapp. The fastball is low and ball one. Top of the order scheduled for the Barnstormers in the 8th inning. Sanford, Noel, and Galen. They have to get something started pretty quickly. There's additional action in the bullpen. Dustin Mollican, it appears, next up for the Patriots. Anderson to the plate, popped up foul, back over my head. Here in the broadcast booth, it hits off the upper levels of the stadium and back down into the crowd. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Justin Trapp. Did you see the footage, or at least the photo here in the last week of the broadcaster for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp getting his laptop shattered? Swing and a miss. Trapp gone on strikes. Anderson's retired 3 in a row. And here's Craig Massey, 1 for 3 in the ball game tonight. It's every broadcaster's worst nightmare to have something like that happen. If my trusty little sidekick, electronic sidekick, were to get hit by a foul ball here, and this is the only place where it legitimately could happen, well, there'd be no more broadcast for the remainder of the series. Swing and a miss. Massey down a strike. Took a huge rip there against Anderson. Another left-handed hitter on deck, and Ramon Flores. And if this inning were still to be going, Anderson would probably be lifted for the right-hander. 0-1 on Massey. Anderson comes back, throws heat, and gets it across the inside corner. It's 0-2. The radar gun here at Somerset clocking Anderson at 98. That gun, as opposed to ours in Lancaster, is notoriously generous, but he's still bringing it. 0-2. And this breaking ball is skipped home. Ball 1 and 2 strikes. Barnstormers still trying to solve Somerset pitching tonight, but in reality, still trying to solve Atlantic League pitching. 205 batting average as a team the last 20 games, not including this one. It's bounded foul up toward the first base dugout and up into the crowd. The extra panel of screen here at Somerset, unlike Lancaster, just stretches to the first base dugout. Lancaster and York, the two teams that actually extended the screen downward to the far end of the dugouts. Ball 1 and 2 strikes here on Massey. 2 outs, base is clear. Anderson will bring it home, fastball up. And that registered at 101. John Anderson throws hard, but Aroldis Chapman, he is not. I think that's a little extreme. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Massey. 2 outs, nobody aboard. Bottom of the 7th inning. Johnny ready to go. Here's the pitch. Got it by him. A swing and a miss. Another fastball from Anderson. An impressive 7th inning for the Barnstormer left-hander. Nothing across. He's retired the 4 batters he's faced in the game. We'll go to the 8th. Somerset leading by a score of 2-0.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Marion Sanford, Rico Noel, and Blake Galen are the scheduled hitters in the top of the 8th inning. The Barnstormers running out of outs tonight. 6 left, trailing by a 2-0 margin. Sanford is 0 for 3. He is flied out, struck out, and grounded out. He will bat from the left side of the plate for the first time. Barnstormers are always at an advantage when the switch hitters can bat from the left side. Logan Kensing is the right-hander now in the game for the Patriots. Dustin Antoline with a hold. He struck out 2, got a weak ground ball last inning. Sanford tries to bunt his way on, offers and misses. It is no balls and 1 strike on Darien. Corners playing in against Sanford. Kensing into his windup, the 0-1. Ground ball toward the middle. Rodriguez lunges, makes the stop. No chance, though, to get Sanford at first base. He's in well ahead of the throw, an infield base hit to start off the 8th inning. Sanford on board. Now the Barnstormers are underway. The first time on the night that a leadoff man has reached base for Lancaster. Rico Noel, the batter, he is 0 for 3. Kensing is 2-2 with a 2.76 ERA. This is his 31st ball game. The Barnstormers have had some success against him. He is 0-1. He's given up 5 runs on 5 hits in 3 2/3 innings in 5 appearances against Lancaster. Sanford reaches on the infield single. Noel digging in. He is fouled out down the right field line. He has struck out twice. Kensing will fire to first. Sanford dives back in. 2-0 Patriots, top of the 8th. The Barnstormers do have that leadoff man on for the first time all night. It's the best guy to have on base possible leading off an inning. They'll get another throw from Logan Kensing. Kensing, a right-hander from Bourne, Texas, just turned 36 a week and a half ago. 6'1", 190-pounder. At one time, years ago, during an off-season, he was property of the Barnstormers. Noel with a drive out the center field, virtually in his tracks, is Francoso for out number 1. The first ball to the outfield since Castile's base hit in the 6th. Blake Galen will step in. Blake with a double and a walk. He is also struck out looking. Noel able to put the ball in play here, but they were stationed toward the right side, and Francoso had little trouble handling that fly ball to right center. Galen digs in. Sanford leads off first. He'll get a throw from Kensing, and Darian beats it with relative ease. A 2-run Somerset lead. The hits are even at 4. The base runners are even at 7. That's Somerset able to parlay 2 hits and 3 walks into the 2 runs in the 6th inning. Galen awaiting a pitch. The runner goes. The pitch a called strike. The throw down does not have Darian, and that is his 40th stolen base of the year. His 85th as a Barnstormer, and now he is within 1 of Galen for second on the all-time list, both trying to chase down Quincy Foster. If I know Quincy, he's probably on a bowling alley somewhere down in North Carolina tonight. Even in the summer, he has become quite a great bowler now into his 40s. Sanford into scoring position here. Now, the signals will get more complicated. Gonzalez out to have a word with Kensing. Ryan Castile on deck. Lancaster trying to, first off, get on the scoreboard here in the 8th inning. But that second run on the bases loaded walk made the comeback a little bit more complicated, because ultimately Lancaster will need to score 3 in order to win. Just having a runner at second with 1 out in the 8th inning is only a mere step in that direction. Sanford's going to take off for third. The pitch is low. Here's the throw, and that throw ends up in left field. Here comes Darian, and yes, it is. It is a Darian Sanford home run. An infield base hit, 2 steals, and a bad throw by Gonzalez, or a bad handle by Oberste, one or the other. But Lancaster is on the board regardless. It's 2-1. Sanford will get credit for his 41st steal of the year. And now he's tied with Blake. Galen batting with 1 out and the bases cleared off. Here's the pitch. Blake swings and he misses. We go to 1-2. Galen against Logan Kensing. Ryan Castile waiting on deck. Sanford does it all by himself here in the 8th inning, and it's not the first time we've seen him do it. To Galen, 1-2, ground ball shortstop, easily handled by Alfredo Rodriguez. That's the second out of the inning. Castile will come to the plate. Ryan with a walk and a single tonight. He has also grounded out sharply to third. Arguably hit that ball better than he did the single. That's baseball sometimes. Well, they haven't determined to whom to assign the error as the throw got away from Oberste. To Castile, ground ball left side toward the hole. In the hole, Rodriguez, he spins and makes a magnificent throw to get Castile from deep in the hole at shortstop. The throw on line enough. Dorn stretching into foul territory. Wonderfully turned by Rodriguez, who once again, maybe the MVP of this game, as he was the All-Star game for the Barnstormers. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error. It was charged to Oberste for a bad reception of the throw, and I think I agree with that. Nobody left on base. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Somerset's up 2-1.
We can't help but always want more, especially on the road. More horsepower, heightened handling, elevated design. Get more out of your drive with the Lexus IS. Bold styling, track-tuned handling, available 311 horsepower. Experience the exhilaration of the IS 350 and IS 300. Available in F-Sport and all-wheel drive. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
Enjoy weekends with the Barnstormers all season long. Every Friday evening home game will feature a different giveaway ranging from t-shirts to beach towels to backpacks. On Saturdays, enjoy the best entertainment doubleheader there is with Barnstormers baseball followed by fireworks. Sundays are fun days at the ballpark. Get autographs from some of your favorite Barnstormers players and play catch on the field before the game. Once the game is over, it's a Domino's Pizza Kids Base Run. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. And we'll see you at the ballpark. Kevin Munson will throw the bottom of the 8th inning for the Barnstormers. Ramon Flores, Alfredo Rodriguez, and Matt Oberste are the scheduled hitters. Somerset with the 2-1 lead now, thanks to Darian Sanford. I coined that term a while back, and it still holds. A Darian Sanford home run. And that's what the Barnstormers picked up in the 8th. He steals his 40th and 41st bases of the season. And for the Barnstormers now, a total of 141 steals. They've been caught 40 times. It's a pretty good rate of success, somewhere in the neighborhood of 78%. Munson steps in here in the 8th inning. Ramon Flores 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored the batter.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, another great post-game fireworks show.
Kevin's in his 24th game. He is 4-2 with a 2.18 ERA. And that ballooned in that weird outing when he picked up the loss at Sugarland without really doing anything wrong except for giving up a leadoff infield base hit. The only other, or seeing eye base hit, not so much an infield base hit. And now we've got Jared Binner and Ross Peoples coming out. Kevin Munson taking the hill and may not be able to go. Barnstormers with Robinson, Hobson, and Desmay scheduled in the 9th inning. I would imagine we'll be seeing Ryan Kelly. Kevin Munson is going to leave. The Barnstormers are going to have to go to plan B here. Hopefully this is nothing long-term as far as Munson is concerned. No idea what it's all about, but the Barnstormers are going to have to alter their plans for the bottom of the 8th inning, and we're going to have somebody, and it appears to be Matt Marksberry, coming in. And he'll get as long as he needs to warm up. We've got a pitching change in progress. We're going to take a break and pause for this.
Right foot, let's start. Left foot, let's start. Cha-cha, real smooth.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me. Are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Matt Marksberry continues to loosen up here, and because he is replacing a pitcher who left with an injury, Marksberry gets as long as he wants to loosen up. John Anderson was pitcher number 2 for the Barnstormers tonight. He retired all 4 batters he faced, 2 on strikes. On in relief of Jonathan Albaladejo, and Marksberry gets to take over for Matt his 24th appearance. He is 1-1 with a 1.69 ERA, and he's cut down on the walks. Things a lot smoother for Marksberry here over the past month or so. York has trashed Long Island tonight. It ended up 16-1. At the second half has started. You know York is going to be there. They scored 16 runs in a span of 3 innings off of Lee Sosa, and then the bullpen Pinder, and we're not familiar with him, gave up 7 runs in 2/3 of an inning. 16 runs in the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings combined. Ryan Dent drove in 4 runs tonight. Luis Cruz had 3. Well, there are some troublesome signs with the Long Island Ducks, to say the least. Southern Maryland ended up pulling it out 8-6 at New Britain tonight, and Sugarland leads the Road Warriors 3-0 into the 6th inning. Now Ryan Castile out to talk things over with Matt Marksberry. We still do not have the bottom of the 8th underway. The biggest concern right now is for Kevin Munson. He is a valuable part of this Barnstormers bullpen and has been for a couple of years. And it didn't seem major at the time, but when a pitcher leaves, you have no idea what it was. And it's something that it looked like they were looking at the hand or the forearm on Munson, but I couldn't be absolutely certain. Ramon Flores, the batter, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. The pitch is strike 1 under the inside corner from Marksberry. Slender left-hander out of Cincinnati, Ohio. The Queen City, home of the Reds and the Bengals and the Bearcats. Breaking ball to the outside corner very quickly. It is 0-2 on Flores. Alfredo Rodriguez, the shortstop, on deck. What a brilliant play he made against Castile to close out the top of this inning. 0-2. Marksberry to the plate. He fires high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A well-pitched game by the Barnstormers, but they need a run in the 9th inning to tie it. Robinson, Hobson, Desmay with Frias in the hole. They're going to get a right-hander. It's probably Ryan Kelly. I would imagine it is. We haven't picked up the number yet. And there is ball 2, just low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Flores. The first digit is a 3, which matches up with Kelly. Yeah, that's him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count on Flores. Marksberry to the plate. He sails it outside. 3-2. Right-handed action now in the Lancaster bullpen with a couple of right-handed hitters scheduled next. And again, it's Steven Johnson. He had warmed up at one point earlier. 3-2. Marksberry to Flores. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's fended off foul. Continuing count of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Still a little bit of a breeze left here tonight, blowing from right across to left. Deepest drive of the evening belonging to Jovan Gonzalez on a deep fly out to center, leading off the 5th inning. Popped up in the infield behind the mound. Here is Vladimir Frias to make the catch. Flores is retired. Marksberry gets the first man he faces. Alfredo Rodriguez stepping in. Rodriguez, an RBI single in the 6th inning to give his ball club the first lead tonight at 1-0. And then just a tremendous throw, more than the stop, to get Castile for the final out in the top of this inning. Rodriguez has turned into an all-star here in every sense of the word, including from what I am led to believe off the field. Breaking ball is high, 1-0, and I have set it up to have him as our guest tomorrow on the Gockenauer Home Appliances Dugout Report. Figure we'd check in with the MVP of the All-Star game. 1-0 from Marksberry, and that ball is pounded down the left field line, but it's going to hook foul. Rodriguez bidding for his 2nd home run of the year, but yanked it to the left of the pole with plenty of distance. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rodriguez. Matt Oberste waiting on deck. Marksberry trying to get his club to the 9th inning, down by 1. 2-1 Patriots in what has been a pitcher's duel. Here's the offering, and that is low. Make it 2-1 to Rodriguez. We have seen 19 strikeouts in the game. Rick Teasley set a season high with 9, his personal season high. Jonathan Albaladejo tied his with 6. 2 balls, 1 strike. Marksberry to the plate, and that's slammed foul as well. This one low and past the third base bag in between Tyler Bortnick and Glenn Barker. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball eventually handled by Huáscar Brazoban down in the Lancaster bullpen. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Rodriguez, who has jumped all over 2 Marksberry pitches but yanked them foul. Now ball 3 is low. 2nd straight full count for Marksberry. We are looking at at least a possible 3-hour game tonight. If the Barnstormers give up anything here or tie it in the top of the 9th, we'll probably get there. And it is ball 4. Rodriguez draws the walk. 4th given up by Lancaster pitching in the game. Matt Oberste to the plate. He is 0 for 3. A recent pickup for this Somerset Patriots ball club. The other guy they signed, Jermaine Curtis, plays 2nd, 3rd in the outfield. Got him, it looked like, out of the Twins system. In fact, he was a AAA Rochester. Swing and a miss. Oberste behind that pitch. It is 0-1. Lancaster cannot afford to give up anything else. Infield set, double play depth here. No balls, 1 strike to Oberste. The pitch popped up my way. No danger of entering the booth, though. Lobbed over my head, and it's 0-2. I'd like for one at least to get close while we're here this weekend. This is our 2nd and final trip to TD Bank Park this season. We spent only 5 nights here all year. It was supposed to be 6 games. It's going to end up being 5. We had a rain out here that was made up in Lancaster. Check swing. He went too far. Oberste is gone on strikes. The pitch was in the dirt. Strikeout number 9 for Lancaster pitching. And now Dorn steps in. The left-handed batting first baseman picked up the 2nd of the 3 walks back in the 6th inning. 0-2. Or rather, 2 outs. Where'd the 0-2 come from? I misread the board. Called strike from Marksberry. It's 0-1. 2 outs. Runner at first is Alfredo Rodriguez. You've got to keep an eye on him. This is a tight ball game. He could be taking off here. The Patriots generally are not a power-laden ball club. This is their kind of game. That ball is belted, though. Right center field. Sprinting back is Galen. He'll track it down deep into the alley. Dorn is retired. It'll end the inning. A successful one overall for Matt Marksberry. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. Top of the 9th, coming around. It's going to be Ryan Kelly. It's going to be Trayvon Robinson, Casey Hobson, Grant Desmay. Maybe we'll see a pinch runner. If somebody gets on base, we'll go to the 9th. Somerset 2, and the Barnstormers 1.
Who wants to be tonight's Diamond Darling? I've got.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, you know, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Enjoy a weeknight with the Barnstormers and leave with your wallet largely intact. Come on out on Munchie Mondays for all you can eat nachos, dogs, fries, popcorn, and soda for 2 hours. Or how about Koozie Tuesdays, where fans of legal age can enjoy $2 domestic drafts from 6:30. Ryan Kelly, the closer for the Somerset Patriots, set to work here in the top of the 9th inning. Trayvon Robinson, Casey Hobson, and Grant Dismay scheduled for the Barnstormers. Kelly from Bluffton, South Carolina, 30 years of age, 6'2", and he goes 180 pounds. Lancaster needs a run. Teasley in line for the win. The loss would go to Jonathan Albaladejo. First pitch to Robinson. Breaks over the plate, but high. Ball 1, no strikes. Trayvon's been hit by a pitch. He is struck out, and he is grounded to third. The left side of the plate is his better side. At least it has been this year. 1-0. Kelly back to work. The wind, the pitch. Robinson holds up. The pitch getting the plate. It is 1-1. Kelly is 1-2 with 11 saves and a 4.5 ERA. As I said, the Barnstormers have had some success against him, not quite as much as they had against Kensing, who gave up the run in the 8th inning. 1 strike to Robinson. Kelly to the plate, and he misses badly there. Robinson gains the advantage at 2-1. Lancaster needing something to develop here in the top of the 9th. We mentioned the Barnstormers against Kelly, 2 runs on 4 hits in 2 2/3 innings. He does have 1 save. Here's the 2-1. Very out of the zone. 3 balls and a strike. That was a fastball that just ran away. It sailed, and Gonzalez had to reach high and wide after it. Trayvon will not be shy about taking a walk here. 3 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff batter in the Lancaster 9th inning. Oscar Brazaban warming up, meanwhile, in the Lancaster bullpen. Here comes the 3-1 to Robinson. Swinging a bounder foul. We get to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Patriots with 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th, the 1-out RBI single for Alfredo Rodriguez, and a 2-out bases loaded walk to Yovan Gonzalez. Barnstormers do not have an RBI in the game. Darian Sanford did it all himself, an infield single, 2 steals, and a bad handle of a throw over at third. Payoff pitch to Robinson. This is critical here in the 9th inning. Here it is, and Trayvon gets called out on strike 3 on the outside corner. He thought he had the walk. He bolted toward first base and has something to say for Steve Leonardo as he walks back toward the dugout. That is 12 strikeouts tonight for Somerset pitching. Here's Casey Hobson. He is 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a strikeout for KC in the game. The Barnstormers with just 2 outs left. As the called third strike. Sanford and Galen taken 3rd strikes earlier. And Hobson, KC looks at a breaking ball wide. Ball 1, no strikes. Grant Desmay waits on deck. They've got 2 guys up there with the power to clear the fences and tie it up. Hobson with 3 home runs. Desmay only with 1, but he's hit some balls in Lancaster that would leave anywhere else because his power is to left center. 1-0, the count on Hobson. Time is called. This is generally a fair ballpark. The only typically unreachable spot as far as home runs are concerned is deep right center, but every once in a while you'll see a ball leave out there. 1-0, Hobson swings and misses. Now a ball and a strike. Lancaster for 21 games now with occasional breaks has struggled to hit. And it's just, it was like somebody flipped a switch. Hobson tries to hold on the swing. The Patriots will ask for help. They get turned down. 2-1. There have been more than just a couple of games where the Barnstormers have had 4 hits or fewer, including the no-hitter thrown by the Road Warriors, albeit a rain-shortened event. Foul back, 2-2. We take it back to June the 19th. Here's a 2-2. Hobson can't hold on the swing. He's gone on strikes, and he gives it to Steve Leonardo, who made the call himself, and Hobson gets tossed. The second time KC has gotten thrown out in the 9th inning, and he is going after Leonardo. And here comes Josh Bell. Here comes Ross Peoples. And Ross is pleading his case again with Leonardo. And you may see Ross get thrown out here. If it happens, it'll be a first, but the Barnstormers have not at all been happy with the home plate umpire the entire night. And Ross has been out there on more than one occasion now. 2 outs, bases empty. Grant Desmay is the final hope for the Barnstormers in the game. Desmay is lined to center, and he has struck out twice. Now, Ross disconsolate, but heading back to the dugout. Desmay, the last hope. In these last 21 games, if Desmay is retired here, it'll be the 7th time that the Barnstormers have been held to 4 or fewer hits in a game. And that is a concern. 2 away, Desmay, the final hope. He does hit right-handed pitchers better, typically. Kelly to the plate, and the breaking ball is across. It is strike 1. 13 Barnstormers have gone down on strikes in the game. Hobson gets ejected, so if we do go to the bottom of the 9th inning, there will be some defensive moves on the part of the Barnstormers. Here's the pitch, and Desmay takes a second strike. It is 0-2. Barnstormers just about out of hope here tonight, hoping for a last-ditch miracle. Somerset one strike from the 2-1 victory. Kelly ready to go, and to Desmay, a ball is outside. Make it 1-2. Barnstormers, as a rule, have pitched very well in tonight's ball game, but the walks in the 6th inning hurt. One and two to Desmay. Here's the pitch from Kelly, and that is strike 3 called on the outside corner. Ryan Kelly strikes out the side here in the 9th inning. 14 punch-outs for Somerset pitching in the game. Line totals will be coming your way next. Our final score, the Somerset Patriots 2 and the Barnstormers 1.
Learn from the pros right here in Lancaster. The Lancaster Barnstormers are offering 2 3-day-long youth clinics this summer with instruction on pitching, hitting, fielding, and base running. Each session, led by veteran professional players, will last from 9 until noon with lunch to follow. Choose from June 19th to 21st or July 24th to 26th. So learn what it takes to succeed on the field and off. Call the Barnstormers office at 717-509-HITS or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. Space is limited. Act now.
Introducing the all-new Lexus RX 350L, designed for room. Room for a power-folding 3rd row. Room for up to 7. And room for the unexpected. The 3-row RXL. It's the RX with room for more. Experience the innovative RXL and RXL hybrid. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
RX 450HL arriving spring 2018.
The Barnstormers lose a pitcher's duel tonight, 2-1 here at TD Bank Park. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, 6 left for the Patriots. The Barnstormers with 1 run on only 4 hits, no errors, 6 runners stranded. The win to Rick Teasley. He is 4-4, 6 shutout innings for him. The loss goes to Jonathan Albaladejo, who drops to 6-4. Albie had a great start going into the 6th inning. At the scales tip there, he could not complete the inning. So Albaladejo with the loss tonight, 4 hits, 2 runs in 5 2/3 frames. The save to Ryan Kelly is 12th of the season as he strikes out the side in the top half of the 9th inning. No home runs in the game tonight. It took 3 hours in front of 5,768 here at TD Bank Park. They're awaiting a fireworks show. We'll have our wrap-up show coming your way next, right here on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
Signify.
Like craft beers, local wines? Well, the best place to be in Lancaster then is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, all new for 2018 is the Broken Bat deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat will feature more than 20 local craft breweries and product from 2 local wineries. If something with a little more kick is your adult beverage of choice, a local distillery is part of the Broken Bat as well. Food will be sold off a pub-style menu, so get together, hang out with your friends, make some new ones, and enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
AMT Concerts presents Rock at the Park Festival, Saturday, July 21st, featuring sets from Fuel, Eve 6, Sister Hazel. Long Beach Dove All-Stars. Fastball. And more. Rock at the Park, Saturday, July 21st at Clipper Magazine Stadium, Lancaster. Tickets on sale now at rockatthepark.com.
Fireworks being launched here at TD Bank Park. The baseballs were not tonight. Pitchers were in control, but a 2-run bottom of the 6th, enough for the Somerset Patriots, who improved to 4-0 here in the second half. The Barnstormers skid to 1-3. Somerset with the 2-1 victory. The pitchers Rick Teasley and Jonathan Albaladejo were completely in command of the ball game through the first 5 innings. At that point, only one runner had gotten as far as third base. That was Mike Francoso in the bottom of the 3rd, who led off with a double, moved up on a ground out. Albaladejo worked out of that jam. Twice in the first 6 innings, the Barnstormers had runners at first and second with 1 out. It was the same guys, Galen at second, Castile at first, but Teasley was able to work his way through Trayvon Robinson and Casey Hobson in both cases to get out of those jams. The Patriots came to the plate in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jonathan Albaladejo was on a roll. He had retired 9 consecutive batters. He worked ahead of Justin Trapp at 1 ball and 2 strikes. But the 1-2 pitch seemed awkward. He fell off balance. The 2-2 pitch was wild. The 3-2 pitch was hammered by Trapp for a leadoff double over the head of Trayvon Robinson. Albaladejo was able to battle through Craig Massey. He got him to fly out to very shallow left field. The runner couldn't move. Ramon Flores drew a walk, and then Alfredo Rodriguez, the MVP of the Atlantic League All-Star game 2 nights ago at Bethpage Ballpark, stepped in, and he lined a single into right center field, driving in Trapp, sending Flores to 3rd. Albaladejo got a big second out. Matt Oberste popped out to the second baseman. The runners were at 1st and 3rd, 2 gone, but Albaladejo from that point on had trouble throwing strikes. He walked Danny Dorn. He walked Jovan Gonzalez, forcing in the second and ultimately deciding run of the game. Barnstormers bullpen took over. John Anderson and Matt Marksberry combining to throw 2 1/3 hitless innings. The Barnstormers got the leadoff infield base hit from Darian Sanford in the 8th inning. Darian took things into his own hands. He stole second, stole third, and then raced home when Oberste failed to handle the throw from Jovan Gonzalez. That made it 2-1, but the Barnstormers never got another base run, and they end up falling by 1 here tonight at TD Bank Park. Around the Atlantic League, it was York destroying Long Island tonight. An ugly one for the Ducks, 16-1 was the final score. Southern Maryland with an 8-6 win at New Britain. And the Sugarland Skeeters lead the Road Warriors 4-0 in the bottom half of the 7th inning. So it appears that this is going to be the only win for the Liberty Division tonight. Now, if that one win belongs to the Somerset Patriots because of the wild card situation, not the worst thing that could happen to the Barnstormers, but still, the Barnstormers have got to begin to put the ball in play. They have got to begin to score some runs. The major leagues tonight, the Texas Rangers have just finished off the Baltimore Orioles. 5-4 was the final at Camden Yards. Pittsburgh 7-3 over Milwaukee, now a final. The New York Mets, Noah Syndergaard trimming the Washington Nationals 4-2. It is Toronto 11, Boston 7. That's in the top of the 8th at Fenway. Phillies behind Jake Arrieta shut out the Miami Marlins 2-0 tonight. Cleveland over the Yankees 6-5. The Yankees mounted quite a comeback in that game. The Indians at one point were up 4-0. 2-1 Arizona over Atlanta. That is in the bottom of the 8th inning. Houston leads Detroit 3-0. They're in the bottom half of the 7th. The Chicago White Sox in a battle of the also walks. They're not even also rants. They're also walks. Both 30 or 40 games below the 500 mark. But the White Sox lead the Royals tonight, 5-2, top of the 6th inning. Minnesota is up 8-6 at home over the Tampa Bay Rays. Cincinnati 3 and St. Louis 1. That's in the bottom of the 6th inning. Colorado's up 4-3 at home against Seattle. They're in the 5th. The Angels and Dodgers are underway at Dodger Stadium. The Angels picked up a pair of base hits but failed to score in the top of the first. They're in the bottom half of the first inning at San Diego. The Cubs and the Padres scoreless. And Oakland at San Francisco just underway. Madison Bumgarner on the hill tonight for San Francisco. He has given up a leadoff base hit to the Oakland A's. Barnstormers and the Somerset Patriots will be back in action tomorrow night, game 2 of this series. Also at 7:05, Nate Reed, 6-2 on the hill for the Barnstormers. David Kubiak, 4-1, going for the Somerset Patriots. Join us for the Gockenauer Home Appliances Dugout Report beginning at 6:45. Again, we're going to try and link up with Alfredo Rodriguez, the MVP of the Atlantic League All-Star Game in his second year as the shortstop here in Somerset, and a guy who had a very strong game again here tonight, driving in the first run of the night and making a dandy of a play against Ryan Castile for the final out in the 8th inning. Somerset wins this one 2-1. Join us again tomorrow. Until then, for all the cast and crew back at Clipper Magazine Stadium, I'm Dave Collins. Have a great evening, everyone. And come Tuesday on 717 night, we'll see you at the ballpark.